Hey guys, it's me. Just wanted to say hello. I'm just playing. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. I was gonna, do a little funny and pretend to be sad. Then I realized that that wasn't funny to pretend to be sad, and I'm not. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We already got 30 people in here. It's crazy. All right, so few people that are here that may be here for the first time, may not be the typical crew. Usually, what we do is we take the first 10 or so minutes. Obviously, I just jumped in here. We take the first 10 or so minutes to greet everybody. So, whether you're watching this on the replay, shout out to the replay mafia out there. Drop a comment, by the way, replay mafia, shout out. Also, um, for everyone else that may be here for the first time, if you're just checking us out, guess what? For the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be going through saying what's up to all the channel members because these are the people that keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you guys know this, but actually, I recently did win a little bit of an exchange between myself and this platform. It's just, man, it's almost every single stream. They, you know, I don't know. It's senseless to even think that we can make an impact. I don't know. Is that pessimistic? That's pessimistic. I shouldn't act like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. We're going to go through, greet everyone that's here. We're going to start with the channel members because that's how we quite literally keep the lights on. See what I did there? Anyway, these guys are really the ones that help us keep the lights on, and also we have some improvements being made to DLD and DLD After Dark. We also have a new show coming out, and no, it's not going to be, some like DLD TV channel that I, drop 4 videos on and never go see again. We have a series coming out that we haven't really talked to anybody about. I'll just drop a little something, a little something. It's me and someone else. Um, yeah, it's exciting. Lots of cool, exciting stuff. We're doing a whole makeover over here. Even though, like, look, you can't go wrong with this, right? You got the 19 Mr. Paul Morady here with the Brizace on it. You got, thank you, Mr. AI. You got the Glock 40, right? That problem solver, that 10 milli. And then you have the Gen 5 45, the gray and chrome jump. I know it's a beauty. You also got a gun beam on that thing. You also got a DLD gun beam on that thing. You also got a DLD titanium backplate on there. Shout out to Come Out in PLA, my guy. I appreciate you. Anyway, this is a cool background. The P80 wall has served its purpose for a while, but we're moving to something awesome. Anyway, a bunch of cool things that are happening. Things are happening. Man, y'all remember Cottonmouth Kings? Things are happening. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump in. So, thank you so much for everyone that's coming in and hanging out. We're getting started with 30 people in here. That's awesome. I appreciate all of you. I'm grateful for all of you. And we're about to get it popping. We got a great guest tonight. LARP Raiders Anonymous. His wife is still under the weather, unfortunately. So, we had to move him to Thursday. So, for those of you that were able to check out the LARP Raiders Anonymous video on Zay Rambel. You can check that out. I know Sport Brand said he was just checking it out today, so shout out to you. And yeah, Wednesday at 2 works, by the way, Sport Brand. Yeah, holler at me. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll start by greeting the first person in chat and then all the channel members. So first off, I want to thank Toy Town Inc., who was the first person in chat tonight, and you're due at least one high five. However, in an effort to not spread germs, I just want to do a fist bump. Is that okay? Is that okay? Oh, let me put on some hand sanitizer. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to spread any germs. Okay. I'm just kidding. I know. Toy Town Inc., my guy, also a channel member. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming in. Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Also, he's got a wrench and he be doing things. All right. Also, he's been a channel member for like 25 months. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's a few of y'all out here. We got Sport Brand, who also's got a wrench, and he's a channel member. Because man, you guys just are so incredible. You keep giving out channel memberships, and it keeps spreading and spreading and spreading. And I'm grateful for it. Appreciate y'all. And let's see, Kurt 24. Let's see, Taco Syndicate. What's up, brother? Also a channel member. Appreciate you, my guy. We got Mike McClune, the goon. What's up, bro? Always talking about what he ate for dinner, and I appreciate that. A bowl of chili and crackers was on the dinner menu this evening. We've kind of gotten away from that. Oh, I left out the rest of the raw meat. I gotta put that away. Maybe after I bring the guests on, I'll be like, "Hey, take it away for a minute," and then go put the rest of the raw meat away. That's a bad idea. Anyway, Mike McClune, the goon, you're my guy. I appreciate you. But as soon as I was thinking about what I had for dinner, yeah, here we go. I got a little trick too. If you're making burgers, if you put a little Worcestershire and A1, mix it together, right? Just kind of dribble it over it as it's cooking. Then you flip it. Then you dribble it over the other side too. It's dude, it's like it's perfect. It's perfect. Mike McClune the Goon, I appreciate you, my guy. Sport Brand Kurt 24. We got Deplorable Bitter Klinger in the building. What's up, brother? Also a channel member. Sport Brand Wired Tight, also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's see, Kurt 24, Sport Brand Yo, T for Tejas. What's up, brother? Also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being here. Let's see, Sport Brand, Mike McClune the Goon, Kurt 24, Taco Syndicate, bro. Lightning McQueen. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Also a channel member. Taco, Lightning McQueen, hashtag free CRS, free CRS. Oh man, I can imagine, man. We gotta find a way to help Mrs. CRS, man. She's having a tough time, and if anyone goes to shoponlytacticalfans.com, then they'll be able to support her. So if you guys do, if anyone chooses to go over there, buy a patch or a beanie or whatever she's got, just to show some love, it would mean a lot. And just take a little note saying DLD sent me. That would make her smile, I bet. Let's see, and don't do it if you can't. I'm just throwing this out there. Okay, let's see, Lightning McQueen, Toy Town, Zanti, what's up, brother? Great to see you. Also with Chenamemba, appreciate you, my guy. Kurt 24, Zanti Misfit, Drew, what it do, my guy? Great to see you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us as well. Zanti, Lightning, Fire Rider, what's up, brother? Also with Chenamemba, appreciate you. Let's see, Lightning, Zanti, Fire Rider, TMFA Hall, what's up, fam? Good to see you. Also with Chenamemba. Hey, Baptized in Fire. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Appreciate all you guys. We got Mr. 308 himself. I personally like to call him 762 NATO, but to each their own. I'm not sure how you identify. C&T Designs and Arms. What's up, brother? Great to see you also with Channel Member. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's see, Lightning McQueen, C&T, Kurt 24, Tree 08. Let's see, CNT, Baptized in Fire, Barton Fink. What's up, brother? Also a channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see, Baptized in Fire, 308. Dang, he said DLD is the man. I wouldn't go there, man. I'm just a dude. Playing a dude. Disguise, the thing. Let's see, CNT, Lightning McQueen, Blue Curtain Burner. What's up, brother? Also with Channel Member. We got Not My Name, also with Channel Member. Man, appreciate you guys so much. Fire Rider, Baptized in Fur. Let's see, 308. Aggie, what's up, Aggie? He says, hey, Dilders. Ah, man, the Dilder Nation. I know, it's great. It's a strong nation, man. It's a strong nation. Let's see. I'm just going through here. Rombayer. What's up, brother Rombayer? Good to see you. Also with Chanamemba, Baptized in Fire. We got Aggie. We got Ferrer. Hey, Tech Money. What's up, brother Tech Money? Great to see you. Also with Chanamemba. Man, a lot of you guys have been channel members for so long, man, and I can't even put words on it. Like extremely grateful for every single one of you guys. I had no idea they were gonna shizut every fizzang dizown, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if it wasn't for y'all, man, what? 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 I know, it's crazy. Agorizer, Tech Money, Baptized in Fur, Xanti Misfit, Agorizer, hey, Rip Curl Readiness, what's up, brother? Just saw you in the Turkeys chat, but it's great to see you as well, my guy. Sport Brand, Rombayer. Sport Brand, Not My Name, Agorizer, Baptized in Fur. Let's see, I'm just going through, y'all. DLD. Hey, whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. CNT, Rip Curl Readiness. Didn't I say? I said what's up? Yeah, Rip Curl. Yeah, Rip Curl. My God. My bad. My bad. Let's see. Hang on. Hey, JC Neener, way cleaner. Dark allegedly PSA could be buying KUSA. PSA, 800-pound gorilla in the room. So I find it interesting. You know what? Hold that thought. Hold that thought for a moment. We'll talk about it in just a sec. And know that I fully support Palmetto State Armory and all the great things that they are doing for the Second Amendment community. That's my official quote. CNT Designs and Arms, Rip Curl Readiness, Agorizer, Zanti, Misfit, Romber, JC Neener, Way Cleaner. See, not my name, not my name. JC Neener, Agorizer, Fluffy Bunny. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Also, a Chanamemba. Appreciate you, my guy. Lightning McQueen, testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Testing, 1, 2, 3. What's up, brother? Also, a Chanamemba. Appreciate you. You the real MVP, not my name. Yes, we all are. All y'all are, man. You guys are awesome. Let's see. Zanti. Hey, there he is. Joe Morris. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Also with Chenamemba. Cali Prepper. You know he's prepping out in Cali. I know you gotta, if you are actually in Cali, I know you gotta love LARPer Rangers Anonymous because homie is in Cali. And you know that's yeah, y'all stick together, fighting behind enemy lines, man. Appreciate that. Not My Name, Fire Rodder, Kurt 24, Mike McClune, The Goons, CNT Designs and Sport Brands, Anti Testing, 1, 2, 3, Ron Bayer, TMFA Hall, and Senor Bub. Senor Bub, I do think I have something for you. I'll holler at you after the show, my guy. Senor Bub, Fluffy Bunny, Baptized in Fur, Agorizer, Kurt 24, I'm just catching up here. 10 millimeter gang gang. See, Fluffy, Team FA Hall, Senor Bob, 14 months. Chanamemba. Who was it that made a meme and it was like that little worm coming out of the ground and they put Chanamemba. Yeah, I don't know. Am I late? It's impossible to be late to a DLD event. Let me just get that out of the way. Okay. Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Let's see. Agorizer, Tech Money, Senor Bob, Fat Gray Man, who is also a Chanamemba. My bad. I almost, as I clicked on you to acknowledge you, I forgot to acknowledge you and just answered you. But appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. JC Neener, CNT, Fat Gray Man, Senor Bob, Z. Bzz. Great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming in also with Chanamemba. Agorizer, testing, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. We also got Damien, our brother in Christ. What's up, brother? Quack, quack. Duck farts. Um, fuck darts and duck farts. I'm trying to see if that means something that I should know. Big Mac Defense, great to see you in chat. I know you're definitely not the super duper special guest that we're waiting on. Hey, Constitutional Carpenter. What's up, brother? Jen Champ in the building. What's up, fellas? Let's see who else is here. We got Damien Christ. I saw some other folks up in here earlier. I may have to go back a little bit. Let's see. Drew, we know what to do. He's a lifer. Um, who else? I missed some folks. I think it was earlier on. Let me go way big. Let's see, Damien Christ. Um, who's not green? Dang old Matt. There you are. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Zeta, Senor Zeta. Great to see you. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Not my name, Damien Christ. Oh no, that's not my name's Chanamemba. I think that's it. If I missed you, sign off sign off in chat, and I'll make sure we give you a quick shout out, bro. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys coming in and hanging out, man. It's a darn cool thing when we all get to hang out, y'all. We're gonna have some cool conversations this this evening. Dang, I got the LOL, my guy. DLD is the only one late to the DLD event that some people come after me, but I always make sure they come first. Sorry, that was bad. Anyway, appreciate all y'all being here. Senor Bob, Agarizer, JC Neener, Constitutional Carpenter. Okay, cool. We're caught up. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I want to say a couple things. Hey, look at that. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal member for 16 months. I was told this is where the cool guys hang out. Well, sir, you were lied to. No, I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you and your channel membership. Anthony, what's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Appreciate you coming in as well. So a couple things. I'll touch on some of the channel updates and upgrades and all that stuff coming soon. And you know, we'll touch on some of the cool stuff that's going to be popping off over the next few weeks specifically, and then beyond that and forever and ever. Amen. But also, I just want to take a moment to give a shout out. First off, you know, it's funny when you don't always say something. It's important that y'all know that every single stream that I do is sponsored by DLD hardware. Okay, every single stream, and it's important, right? I know. I was a little backed up on orders for a couple days, just because I was hit with this like massive tidal wave of fraudulent orders. I got like 15 that are in holding status right now, and I'm going through trying to validate which orders are fraud and which ones are legit, and it's just been holding up the whole thing. So if you are waiting on some stuff, my apologies, but I got most of them out today. But anyway, just kind of keep an eye on that. But for anything building related, from jigs to maintenance and building, we're putting more stuff up there nearly every day. Check it out. We got jigs, we got tools, we got parts, we got shadow systems, lower parts kits on there. Also have all the affiliate links too. I got some 3D printed stuff. I got some new stuff coming out too. Keep an eye out, and we're going to be venturing into a whole new world with DLD hardware as well. And also, I want to give a shout out to the companies that have like for real supported us, like been down since the day one, like the day one slay one homies. Of course, Gideon Optics has been huge, and that's everything from Gideon Optics, Patmos, PR Triggers, JSD, the whole crew. They've been awesome, and we're going to be putting something together real soon with the help of some homies from the CAD Daddies. And oh, don't fall. Ah, sorry. And this thing is going to be put to use, which I cannot wait to slap that on something super dope that some of you guys know what it is. So that's going to be dope. Also, we just threw a Gideon Judge on the SIG 365 build, and I can't show you that because, well, it's YouTube. And then also, we got some new stuff coming out. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the emails, but the dudes over at Tack Knives have been laying out fire. They got a whole bunch of new folding knives, and they're like dirt cheap. Remember, if you use code DARK, you save 20%, 20% off. David Banna. What's up, my guy? Good to see you. Hey, and look, hold up. And then I'm gonna bring my guest on because he's just chilling there. Like, come on, bro, for real. Look at the side though. Look at the side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My bad. When it's fresh, it's fresh, but it'll be not fresh in like, I don't know, give it like 5 days, 5 to 7 days. um Got a new member of the team coming along too. New member of the team. What are you talking about, Dark? How do you have a new member of the team? I'm gonna have a new member of the DLD team coming on board Thursday, and most likely. So that's going to mean a whole bunch of new stuff. New property that I'm going to be shooting at, and I'm going to be able to shoot and film there. It's huge. And also, I'm going to be doing a whole new background, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. I don't want to leave my guests waiting too much longer, but show some love. Gideon Optics, use code Glowies. You show some love to Tack Knives. If you use code DARK, you get 20% off. Also, go in the link in the description. You got links to the tree of said links. You also, and all it says all the discount codes and all that stuff in there. If you want to use other types of links that maybe for different kind of stuff, little pews, big pews, you could go to DLD hardware. It gives a whole list of the links. Shout out to Jonah for helping me build that ish out. Woo, that was a massive undertaking. Shout out to Big Mac Defense. Did you know that if you use code DARK at Big Mac Defense that you actually get 5% off? I know, right? It's crazy. Big Mac Defense has been huge, very, very supportive. We're talking about some new stuff with potentially in the future doing some new suppressor stuff because my suppressor is like blown out. So we're talking about that. And also all the OGs look through the all the links in the description. You're going to see tack knives. You're going to see Gideon optics. You're going to see Big Mac. Actually, I don't think Big Mac is in the YouTube one because the stuff. But Big Mac is on DLD hardware. Anything that sells anything like that, I can't have on YouTube. Also, we're doing Pro 2A list, which is a huge, huge thing. It's a whole new undertaking too. That's going to be a massive thing. We'll talk about that. And also everything from AR-15 takedown tool to just all the homies. Marconi has been awesome. To all the homies have just been huge, huge. I mean, it helped in incredible ways, and I couldn't have ever done it without y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Anyway, without further ado, I bring to you the most important Jew. What it do? Big Mac Defense, my man Jonah. What's
Wait,
up?
who's the most important Jew? When are we adding him?
We could say you for now, and I would always say that the most important Jew is Jesus, but I think you would disagree.
What would you say? We killed him? Is that what you're about to say?
I think you disagree. I didn't say anything like that. No, no. All joking aside, Jonah, appreciate you being here, man. You've also been incredibly supportive, and for all the folks here that may not know you or who you are, may have not had the pleasure of meeting you yet. Do me a favor and just let them know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Yeah, I'm Jonah. I own Big Mac Defense. I'm just a lowly IT guy who wanted to do gun stuff, and it's fun.
Heyo.
Um, yeah, and honestly, shout out to a lot of your channel members, dude. You guys have been going crazy with suppressors. What did he say? Drew in Oregon. I
Yeah.
just shipped him. What was it? 2 Huxworks. Um,
To his
I
FFL.
to
To his
yes, of course. I shipped out like 4 suppressors today. They're going out quicker than I could get them in. But yeah, I sell night vision, thermal, suppressors, guns, optics, literally everything firearm related. Goon beam stuff, which I know you sell too. We both
Yeah,
love
dude.
Goon beam.
Goomba. Oh, you know what? I started to mention that earlier when I was talking about the companies that have been supporting from, day one, and I got sidetracked. But bro, Goombeam has been incredible. And all y'all know that.
And his new light bodies are coming out too. It's on his website.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if everyone it's on his website. I don't know if everyone knows though. Or no, he hinted to. He dropped a few hints on Instagram too. Uh,
Yeah, he's just redesigning it a little bit just to avoid people not,
yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah. But he's definitely not improving the drivers and the batteries, and he's definitely not going to give you the power of a lightsaber in a rifle light.
yeah,
Don't worry about that.
you would never need any of that.
No, no, no. And
Um,
there's definitely not a whole bunch of like IR development stuff coming out, so no need to worry about any of that.
Exactly. So I actually have one of them here, and I'm getting his Vexel pistol light too.
Ooh.
Which one is that?
Uh, it's one of the IR lights that I can't see because I don't have nods.
Is it the Vexel or the LED?
It's LED. It's LED.
Okay, okay. I was
I
gonna
don't
say, be
have the
careful if it's Vexel.
yeah, yeah, no, I don't have anything that fancy.
Yeah. So for those that don't know,
Oh yeah,
Goon.
hold on. Actually, you're right. Kurt,
Yeah, that's right.
dang
Go
it.
put your meat away.
Yeah, let me go
Go play
stuff
with
my
play
meat.
with your meat.
I'm gonna have to put it somewhere cold. I would much prefer to put it somewhere nice and warm, but I'll let you take it over while I go shove my meat somewhere.
Gotcha. But yeah, Goonbeam is making some. He's just redesigning his light body a little bit, and he has some Vexel laser illuminators now. Just illuminators. It's in a one of his light bodies. Um, yeah, they're pretty cool. They are powerful. Oh, Rip Curl, what's up, man? Yeah, that was that gun came out nice. But yeah, we got all the toys here. Suppressors galore. I For everyone that doesn't know, suppressors are coming back right now in about 2 to 3 days. Approvals. back order on suppressors is taking about 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm shipping them out quicker than I could get them in. So yeah, I mean, I'm swimming in them. I got Aero Precision, AB, Silencer Co. under my desk here. We've got everything. Goonbeam thermal laser. I don't think that would work very well. The laser would have to be physically warm. I have been telling Goonbeam though he needs to drop some. He needs to drop lambs for sure. Laser aiming modules. I'm trying to think what else we got. New toys. New toys. Shot timers. Got some SG Global shot timer. Shooters Global. Actually was a Ukrainian company, and they moved to Poland, and they make some of the most bulletproof smart shot timers on the market. I'll go grab it in a sec. And yeah, stamps used to take forever. Suppressor stamps used to be like 9 months to a year. I'm getting them back in average 2 to 3 days. Form threes, which is to dealers, are also coming back in about a day. I filed a bunch yesterday, got them back today. Goonbeam nods. Yeah, Goonbeam has night vision. I need to see him post with it more. Let me go grab the shot timer real quick. This thing is insane. Wireless charging or USB-C. The battery life on it, I've yet to kill it. I've had it for over a year. Um, it's backlit, has a bunch of different features, all controlled via your phone and Bluetooth. That was weird. There he is. Shot timer.
Hey, dudes. I was actually going to ask you about that shot timer we were talking about, which
This
is
thing
like,
is amazing. I
oh,
love this
you got
thing.
it? You got
Yeah,
it?
it's the Shooters Global. I've had this.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. It's I got a fancy magnet mount. I love this thing. It's amazing.
Dude, hold on. It's like
It
magnetizable.
mounts via a magnetic mount to my belt.
So, okay.
Also is controlled via your phone. So they have a cool app that does a million things.
If I had a 45-pound magnet on a holster, could I just snap it to that if
I
needed?
cut them out, but yeah, these are the magnetic areas right here.
Dope. Dude, that's fire. That's
Yeah.
fire. Yeah, I've been so okay, so backing up a little bit. Before you went to that, did you use like an app on your phone, or what were you using for a shot timer?
Honestly, this was my first delve into shot timers. The problem is when I want something, I research the hell out of it before buying it. I
Yeah.
don't care if I'm spending $20 or $2,000. I
Bro,
did
I'm the same way.
days of research on shot timers, and this was like the most promising one. I wanted a feature pack timer, and
I
it hits.
remember you called me and you were like, "Yo," like I
Yeah,
remember when you found it.
this thing has more than delivered. It works with dry fire, airsoft guns, practice triggers, like everything. It's
Yeah.
completely tunable and it's easy to use. It's not like confusing, which is what I was worried about.
Yeah.
And
Uh
I've also dropped it. One of the tests that was cool, I was like, is this thing durable? And I go on and they're in Poland on the third story of their building, just throwing this thing off the building. It's fine.
dude, that's dope. That's
They're
dope.
about, I have to see what I sell them for. Let me look real quick.
So while you pull that up, hey, BV Luminous, Goonbeam, gentlemen, great to see you here, gentlemen of culture. Drew says, "Sold. I need one. Shit timer."
I need a
And
shit
then,
timer too.
dude,
Normally 275.99. That's just map though. I could play with pricing, but they also have their new Go timer, so it's not. It still does all of the same things, but they shrunk the screen and it's like a one or two button thing. So it's
dude.
a little bit easier to use, and those like 140.
I mean, a bunch of companies out there have timers on the market, and you'll get some of like the basic stuff that you want, but
And they're
the
confusing.
Yeah,
It's a
they're
box with 2
confusing.
buttons, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. What are all of these settings? It's all abbreviated,
And all
and
the stuff that like, if you for like 100, even $150 more to be able to use it with dry fire, to be able to use it with, like, some people use, like,
suppressed weapons.
yeah, suppressed guns, to be able to use it, get this, I don't know if you hit on this yet, in a public range with, like, a dozen other shooters.
That's cool. Also, you can I forgot what they call it. You can, like, it's called spy mode. It
Oh,
has
yeah.
the frequency of beeps of different shot timers. So if you wanna get in on your friend's shot timer, you could set it to spy mode. When his timer goes off, it'll start timing, and it'll time all your shots. So you guys can both go at the same time.
That's fire, that's
Yeah.
fire. Hey, shout out to Black Diamond Guns and Gear, man. What's up, brother? And also, guys, check out Fat Tack as well because they've been super supportive and helpful too. We want to support the Joshes and also help them as they launch this new Compagna. So, quit your boy and go to fattack.com. And I heard once I do what I'm supposed to do, and I have not been, my apologies. Um, Once I do some stuff that I'm supposed to do, I heard there may be some like crazy DLD exclusive stuff on FatTac. I don't know. I don't know. Just keep an eye out, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Also, peep the new patch.
Hey, hold on. Let me make you so large.
Local arms dealer,
Nice,
Big
dude.
Mac, and then blood type, and these are all it's all IR reflective.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that. Dude, I actually need to confirm my blood type because I went to go get some other patches to throw, like useful patches to throw on my kit. And I like was like, hold on. And then I called my mom and I was like, Mom, it's so whack, right? But I'm like,
So many people don't know their blood type.
I
It's
was like, dude,
insane.
what's my blood type? And she was like, I don't know, like O negative. I was like, what? No, that's what anyone could use O negative, but don't give me that cop out. Like
See,
I
my
wanted.
blood type is I can take everyone's blood, but no one could take mine.
What's that? O positive?
AB positive.
AB, that's right, that's right. Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was like Greek or something. I didn't know what that was. Um, I called your mom too. Thanks, Fluffy. Thank you. Let's see. 40 Smith away. Hey, TMC, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
I think that tiger print on the wall is on velvet. It's from India.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Someone
That's
asked
what I was
about that.
just
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like a
what I was
soft
just
velvet.
reading. Yeah. Yeah, so the shot timer, right? So I think one of the things, and I wanted to bring this up because on actually just our last stream, I did a stream with Joe Vacu, and it was Saturday. We were having a conversation about draw times and about dang, dude, I
I love that
wanted
noise.
I wanted to draw. We were talking about shot times. We were talking about you know, I had mentioned like from an overt rig like a Safari Land on my gun belt, I'm, sub second. Um my best time is like 0.53 with an alpha, but that's not typical, right? Like that's when you're getting in the groove and you're, cutting every corner and all that, but it takes you 0.25 seconds to make a decision, right? So, don't and usually I'm in the 0.6s overt from, like a thigh rig or like my gun belt. From inside the waistband, I'm at sub 1.25, draw the first shot with an alpha. Now, someone mentioned like, man, if I could even get under 2 seconds, I would be like thrilled, right? Do you guys remember like a year ago, maybe even more than a year ago? Um, I was like, I'm finally under 2 seconds draw to first shot. Like it took me probably a year and thousands of reps to get to a sub 2 second draw to first shot. And I mean like planting alphas every single time. Because one of the biggest issues is that if you don't get the mechanics down and if you don't have a good tool like a shot timer, I would pay $300 for that shot timer all day because of the confidence that it gives you outside in the world. Right. Like
Yeah.
it's unpair you can't compare it to anything else. DB Cooper, what's up, brother? Um, Big Mac tube shaming time. Remind DLD he needs
I've
nods.
been telling him, man, almost every time I call him.
I know. So honestly, I have a plan now, but it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Nods are gay.
Who's call-
Nods are
Someone's
gay
calling me.
The only dudes that say nods are gay are dudes without nods. Let's keep it real, right? No one's ever been like, man, I spent 5,800 bucks on a blah blah blah, and I'm just really blown about like I really dislike it. Yeah, see, still kind of want some. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, point proven. All right, that's all. Hold on one sec. Okay, so why aren't you turning off, bro? Come on, baby. That's not good. This thing's probably gonna grenade in my face. Anyway, sorry. So, shot timers. So I don't know if you guys remember, but like it took me like a full year to get to sub 2 seconds draw to first shot with consistent alphas. A lot of times you're sad but full dude code, yeah. So I got it harder. Anyway, from concealment, that was the number one thing I was focused on, and some people said like, oh, don't train from concealment and then go train from the gun belt and this and that. I essentially did both simultaneously over like a couple of years to really get, and I haven't like reached a point where I don't train that anymore. I was just dry firing yesterday from my gun belt with a laser cartridge and a shot timer on the wall to a silhouette that I have to remember to bring off the wall before I bring my daughter over here, otherwise it looks crazy. Anyway, so it one of the things that really slowed me down was I was trying to skip the mechanics of being smooth and getting the fundamentals, even being a shooter for more well over a decade. I was trying to skip the fundamentals to get to speed, and that I was shooting myself in the foot, pardon the expression. And I saw you shake your head. You know that's the number one thing you don't do, right? Go slow and get a time, right? Once you get a standard, once you get that, then you start working through it, and you can only go fast. It's not like just slamming on um accelerator, right? And then you just react with the steering wheel. You are the engine, right? So it's different. So it took me a very, very, very long time to get to sub 2 seconds draw to first shot. Now, the reason that I am even saying sub 2 seconds and not like, oh, I'm at a 0.66 average with, X amount is because of the system that I'm using. If I had a system like Jonah has, I would be way better off. Sorry. I'd be way better off because right now I'm using a shot timer system with dry fire and live fire where it doesn't count shots. Number one, it's an app. Okay. It doesn't count shots. Number one.
Stops are terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no, if someone out there has like no money and they're like, I'm not going to spend, enough money on, a reasonable or a good shot timer. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate you, brother. He says, don't forget to hit the like button. If you feel that we're earning it, y'all, hit the like button. Thank you. Um, and anyway, I ended up using this app because I didn't want to put the money out, even though, you know, I was putting thousands of dollars out on ammo and all sorts of other stuff at the time back when I had a job. And anyway, I found this app, and this app basically allows you to put a par time. So I could put a par time as 2 seconds. So it goes beep and then it starts counting immediately, right? And then when you hit 2 seconds. So you'll know like, okay, I hit the target at 1.79. I hit the target at 1.85 or whatever. Like you can what I do is I position the phone right next to the target. And then but for the most part, I just know that I'm under 2 seconds because I'm like draw, extend, shoot, and then half a second later it "Brr," and then I started doing that, and then it was like, okay, I'll set the part time to 1.8, 1.75, 1.6, 1.5. And I literally had to continue working down. And the only reason I'm not faster from inside the waistband is because right now I'm working on getting this removed, and two is I'm using a rig that is a little bit slower. It's not Kydex. It's the JM4 Tactical Holster. Shout out to them too. Appreciate you. Chad's my guy. Um, it goes beep and I go blam. But yeah, it's just, it at least gave me the ability to work on that. Now that I'm like working at it a little bit more seriously, and I'm like, okay, I need to know exactly where I'm at, and I need to continue working on my skills to pare it down lower. Something like that shot timer is exactly what I need to get. I just, haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, dude, it's this thing's amazing, and it's not even like me pitching a product. I generally tend not to sell something that I don't agree with or don't like, and this I like this. It's part of my belt rig. Goes everywhere with me.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even look at it as like a product when A, you're not really making anything off selling it for below map like that. You're not making much, right? But also, um, it is a product for a shooter to grow and develop. The reason that this one is so cool is because it's not just, oh, only something I can use outdoor by myself, right? Or only with one shooter running at a time. How many times have you guys seen, a dude with a timer, running with a dude running a course with like 12 other shooters? Doesn't happen because it can't count all the shots. A lot of times when I'm running, like when I was doing like the AR classes with the Turkeys and Hat Creek and Knowledge and all those guys, uh, that shit wasn't counting my suppressed AR shots or all of my suppressed AR shots.
Nope. You could tune this. So you could set there's presets on it, but there's also like I could go anywhere from 0% to 100% sensitivity in increments of 1%. It's like very, very tunable.
Nice.
Yet somehow still easier to use than your standard box shot timer.
Yeah, I mean, I've been tempted to get just like a regular one, but if I did get one, I'd go all out because what's, you know 275, or even if it was 300 bucks shipped, right? And I know you
And like I
mentioned
said, they have the more budget model now that's more of your standard box style.
that's dope. I do like that. But can you still use it like in an indoor range or
Same features. It's just it doesn't have the bigger screen and all of like the features right on there. More of it's from you control it from your phone.
really?
Yeah.
Bro, that's appealing to me. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean I could even go on here. Where's the Look at the
Let's see. Yes, it will. So it'll work in conjunction with other it'll pick up dry firing too. So like I use laser cartridges too. I'm not currently using the Mantis, but yes. Flying Rich, what's up, brother? Good to see you. So to answer your question, Steve Whoop, good to see you by the way. Will it work with the Blackbeard? Love the shit out of the dry fire. Yes. So the cool thing about that is it being able to pick up dry fire.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? He may be asking about the cheaper model.
Yes, they both do literally the same functions and the same hardware. It's just in a different housing and doesn't have like the fancy LED display.
Nice. Hey, look at dude, Kurt is a beast, man. You see that?
Boom, right there.
And if so, I would encourage you guys, if you do want to just straight up purchase it, you can. I would encourage you guys to use code DARK.
Or
It'll
you could
save you
call me
5%.
too.
Yeah. Or if you wanted to maybe see if you can whittle that down. And how much do I make when people, go to your company, Jonah?
None.
Nothing.
We
I
don't have
literally
any
make,
agreements. Oh, look at
yeah.
that. See, there's an update. I press update, shot timer starts updating. Install. They
It
also
does.
have regular improvements to it. Boom, it's updating. It was that easy.
So are you telling me that Poland is invading your cell phone?
So there actually was a Ukrainian company. War started. They moved all of their employees to Poland, and it's not made in China. They actually have a video of their warehouse. It's just a small room. They got maybe 20 people all assembling these by hand. So it's like their quality control has been solid.
Dang,
I haven't seen complaints about these breaking or anything like that.
that's dope.
The hardware they use in its quality, and I think they just ultimately had really good software developers, and they wrote really good code and like whatever they did for the microphones to be able to pick up dry fire versus suppressed fire versus live fire versus my fire and the guy next to me.
Yeah, dude, that's so one of the things I've been considering getting for a little bit more realistic firing or excuse me, dry firing here. Hang on. Flying Rich, first off, I don't have a Mantis code, which means I'm hating on you. So I don't want you to do well. Because I don't want you to do well, you cannot post that code in my chat. I'm just kidding. Absolutely, bro. I don't have a Mantis code and I can't. So if you've been dying to get a Mantis to use in conjunction with a shot timer like this, yes, you can, Rich, you can post your code if you like. Um, yeah. The fact that like it picks up dry fire is super appealing to me because that's something that I do often. But also be aware of the training scars that you can get from dry fire, especially if you're a Glock guy, right? But the thing that I've been really, really tempted to do because it will help with some of the training scars that you get with Glocks because you got to rack it every time. Um, Getting a like 19x gas gun or CO2 gun, airsoft, filling it up with CO2 or green gas and throwing a light on it and rocking that in my Safari land and just running with that because it
And
actually
it'll pick it up.
recoils. Yeah, and it's pretty freaking loud. It sounds like a suppressed 22 basically.
Yeah.
Um,
And look, like you see, I have the profile set. I don't know if you can see it, suppressed 556. Set all your settings on the phone, and then I could hit start on my phone, and it starts on the timer.
mm, dang.
It like it's great, dude. It's like it works so well. There's no bugs, there's no problems. It just works.
Yeah, dude, that's super appealing. I would love to get something like that. What maybe one day soon when I get everything together again. Because the last couple months have been challenging to say the least. Once I kind of get everything back together again, Humpty Dumpty, um, I'll probably pick up one of the cheaper ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Steve Whoop. I don't know who he is. I haven't seen him before. Why are you buying guns from other people? Call me and let me give you better deals.
Yeah, I don't think he's been in here. He's been in here a bunch. Um, hey Nelson, what's up, bro? Good
Also,
to see you.
something we touched on earlier. You want to touch on California real quick?
Oh, that's right. So before we do real quick, I was talking to Jonah about doing the episode, which not everybody saw it because we did it on Rumble. Um, I did an episode with um, LARPerators Anonymous. LARPerators Anonymous is a dude, Chris. He runs a channel which is awesome and hilarious. If you haven't seen it, like some of his latest work is just awesome, especially for a young channel. So I found him and I had a few great conversations with him, had him on the channel. He came on Rumble. He's coming back on the show on YouTube this Thursday. Anyway, he's in California. He's, fighting behind enemy lines. So I was talking to Jonah about, you know, like these dudes are spending like thousands of dollars on like basic stuff. Like you guys would never I mean like he on the show, he busted out a SIG 365 macro X macro, I think it was. What do you think he paid for that in Cali? So like 895 800 or something, 895 out
Yeah,
here.
he probably paid like 1,300.
1795.
Is that on the approved list?
I don't believe it's on the roster because the only way to get around the roster is by purchasing firearms from law enforcement.
It
If you have
already had them.
yes, if you have a friend that is in law enforcement that sells you one privately, but you can't just buy it privately. You still got to go to a gun shop and you still got to do the paperwork. So you'll find law enforcement dudes selling like Gen 5, you know, uh Glock with like
So here's a question:
an
if a law
acro.
enforcement officer were to get his FFL,
Mm-mm. It's got to be private. I know.
you can't.
I they
But now, if you privately sell guns, you're basically just acting as an FFL.
Exact even if you consider to sell a gun. If someone says, "Hey, DLD, I'm thinking of, buying a Scorpion. I heard you got one. Would you consider selling yours?" And I'm like, "You know what? I'll think about it." Based on that alone, the ATF can come shoot my dog. They can kick my dog.
Or if you run an airport, they just break in your house and shoot you in the head.
That's true. And then, in some cases, if you're a whistleblower at an airport, you could just, or at a, company like that typically works at airports, uh, then they'll say you commit suicide, but you still get shot in the head.
And the body camera just wasn't working that day either.
All of our body cameras all
We're off.
malfunctioned. Yeah, yeah. Can you believe it? We actually scrub 10 to 15 seconds of footage out of our body cams sporadically. Do you guys remember the Blackwater event in, I think it was Afghanistan? It was where like 17 people were killed. A bunch of Blackwater contractor operator dudes were over there, and some of them were killed. A whole bunch of crazy stuff went down, right? And apparently, they found out that there was a U.S. drone over the entire event, and it got like the 14-second, the part of the contact that was like being disputed was like this 14-second segment where they basically opened up fire and shut down Iraq. Thank you. Thank you, Jova, man. I feel so bad that Jova is for some reason blocked or banned from the channel. Like, Jova, I need you to go make a new username and a Gmail
Why is
email
he
username.
blocked?
Um, I guess YouTube blocked him because I cannot find him in the blocked people list. I don't know. So he's texting me right now.
Oh,
I guess it was Fallujah, Iraq. Anyway, what happened was
fajita?
they yeah, Fajita. They found out that there was a drone over that saw this whole thing, right? And then they said, "Oh, the 14 seconds that's in question, we randomly scrub and delete drone footage to give us like extra space for memory in the cloud." Like, bro, for real? Like that's what you're saying? Like that's, and people were like, these were dudes that were like regular, like, I mean, seemingly good regular guys. One of them is in jail for life without parole. The other one is facing like 30 years and all sorts of crazy stuff. So like I laugh because of the insanity piece that comes with it. But let's be real. The government, they have no fear of anyone calling them out on any of this. Let me go back to real quick before we shift topics here. Flying Rich, thank you for the, okay, that must have been a mistake. $5 super chat. Dang, thank you. Are you only getting a dog for the ATF
No,
check?
I'm the one that has the dog, not DLD.
Yeah, yeah, I don't have a dog. Um I okay, so I'll the new DLD employee is going to be an animal. Um
Rich is like a Jewish woman. He just the gossip. Just
I
it just comes
know.
out.
God, I wanted to tell you guys, like, I was gonna like, I had a creative way of doing it, being funny about hiring a new employee, and all that stuff. But no, I had kind of a crazy situation happen where, and thank you, Rich, for for telling everyone that. I had kind of a oi. Yes, dogs are awesome, absolutely. I really it's a lot, but dude, there's a bunch of reasons, but yeah. Anyway, so what happened is I went to a cell phone store because I needed to get some stuff done for whatever. And I'm sitting there, it's like this crazy long wait, and somebody another family comes in and they got this dog with them. And I'm usually like my last dog, I'm usually like a big dog guy. My last dog was like a 75-pound pit bull. He was huge. He was a brindle. He was the most gorgeous dog in the world. And not the best dog around like children and other pets, but like that was my fault for not raising him correctly. I was young and stupid. I didn't know. Anyway, so this tiny little dog comes in with his family, and it is like a chihuahua, like this big, but it's not like a standard chihuahua. It's got like this like golden longer hair like a labrador almost, right? Like a labrador, like a retriever, like a golden retriever, something like that. And it's just the cutest thing in the world. And I asked, like, "Can I say hi to your dog?" They said, "Yeah, sure." I knelt down and the dog just came up to me, put both hands on my knee, and was just like the sweetest dog in the world. Okay. And I just like connected with it right away. And I was petting, I was like, "Oh man, my daughter would love this dog. It's so cute." And it's like its little stupid tongue is hanging out. And I'm just like, dude, and not like it's literally just hanging out. Like it's ridiculous, right? But anyway, later on, the dad walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, you like the dog?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's adorable." And he's like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "What?" I got this weird vibe at first, right? But he pulled me aside and he was like, "Look, man, we can't because of all the kids we have and they were separated and he lives in this state one state away from her in this state and they can't do it." And he's like, "The dog deserves to have a good life. If you could provide it with a good life, we saw you connect to it like that, like we would trust you to take the dog." And I was like, "Well, how much?" And he was like, "Free, just promise us you'll take care of it." So that's what I'm doing. Took me like a couple weeks to actually work up the nerve to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And Tanner, right, DLD dog. But I was like, you know what, I need to do it. I need to do it. Oh, hold on. Hey, Rudy Finney gifted 5 DLD After Dark channel memberships. Man, I appreciate you. Oons, oons, oons. Rudy Finney, you're the man. Big Mac Defense and DLD Rock. Thank you, my guy. Oh, that's another. Okay, hold on. So Rudy Finney gifted 5 DLD After Dark channel memberships. Thank you, bro. Rudy, I appreciate you, man, so much. Let's see. Tim Harper was gifted a membership. Cryptid Cretan was gifted a membership. Tang Tang, hey Tang Tang, was gifted a membership. Douglas Boing was gifted a membership. Sam Mann was gifted a membership. Lightning McQueen. No, that's a comment. Uh, hold on. Did I miss? Oh no, don't ban. Yeah, okay, all right, that was it. I was just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Dubai is underwater. What? Did I miss something? Rudy drops the mic. I know he does that too often. Did Ting Ting come up in here after she got the Chana membership? Hey, Craig, what's up, player? Good to see you, man. Also a Chana member. Appreciate you, my guy. I don't know if Ting Ting actually came up in here or if that was just the channel membership. Ribco Readiness member for 6 months. I appreciate you, bro. He says Big Mac Defense and DLD rock. What is the best aftermarket trigger for a P365?
M
Also,
Carbo, Gray Guns. There's the SIG OEM one.
mhm.
Couple different options to look into. YHMR9s, yes, they come and go. You have to be like quick on them. So if you want one, just call me and I'll basically back order it and lock it in for you.
Dude, Rip Curl is dropping some coin, my man.
He likes his toys just like the rest of us.
I know. I'm sitting over here. I got like 12 Glocks on my desk right now. So this is um the one. I don't know if you saw my comment in the turkeys earlier, but my current setup and shout out, it's a Patmos slide with a Gideon Judge on it and a from them, by the way, a factory SIG 365 barrel. Um, they're just doing a great job over there. But nice. Do you have a 365? No,
Not a SIG guy.
they are women's guns, but they're
I
still
have a Hellcat. I love my Hellcat.
ah,
Not as much aftermarket as the 365. It was just the Hellcat just shot so much better for me.
dude, I know.
Every time I shoot a SIG, consistently low left. Every time. It's complete shooter error, but I can't figure out what it is.
I
I've
mean,
changed my grip. I've changed like finger placement on the trigger. I've changed everything.
At least you acknowledge that it's you and not the gun, but it's the combination of you and the gun. And I haven't even taken this 365 out. I did shoot Rich's 365, shot a couple other people's 365s, but I have like no experience with with this one. I haven't taken it out yet. Um, Now for Rip Curl, you probably know more about 365 triggers and stuff than I do. The one that's in this setup that I just showed there, the gold one, is the factory straight trigger that is on the 365 FCU, the gold FCU, whatever they call it. I guess it's the Spectre FCU or whatever their
Dude, they
pro.
just come out with a new random name for the gun every day.
Yeah, yeah, whatever the thing is that they call it. But it's smooth. Look, I don't like 365 triggers. I don't like 320 triggers. It feels like a squishy spring going through like jello. And that's a Glock guy saying that I don't like it's just different. It feels plasticky and springy and
It's different, and we don't like different.
yeah, I want it to be exactly like my Glock. As a matter of fact, I'm going to trade this for a 26. I'm just kidding. But no, it's cool. Like I'm gonna put some rounds through it. I'm gonna see how it does, and we'll go from there. But I will say that it is a good trigger, which is the gold factory sig trigger, which I think they sell just by itself, right?
Yeah. Oh, California, before we forget again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what I was saying earlier is I have before and I'll do it again. If anyone lives in California and wants a rifle that is not California compliant, I'm a manufacturer, which means I could buy this gun as a rifle or pistol. I can split it in two and remanufacture it into a receiver. I can ship you the upper. I can ship your FFL in California the receiver. The receiver itself is not a restricted part. It doesn't have to be compliant until it's mated with an upper. You could take your upper. I could give you your receiver through the FFL. You have to make it compliant. Compliance is on you at that point. I've
So
had customers convert guns to 22 kits. It's however you want to do it. I don't mind. I'm just shipping a receiver at that point, so that's fine by me.
I was curious about that. Your daughter will love it also dearly. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Howard J, what's up, bro? Howard J dropped a buttload of money with Shogun. I'm getting a Shogun Glock. I think in June, July, something like that. I'm pumped about that. Marconi, what's up, Marconi? Great to see you, brother. Marconi, just so you know, I shouted you out earlier, my guy.
Is that a type of almond?
What, Marconi?
Yeah.
I think it's a type of Brazil nut. I'm just kidding.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm straight.
I won't drop the Brazil nut. Go ahead and in
What
your
compliance
favorite.
with Cali is right, by the way. That's why I said I'll ship you the receiver and I'll ship you the upper, and what you do with them is on you.
Oh, look at that. I have a similar dog, a Chihuahua mix with longer gold hair. That's dope, man.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
you're both gay. No, I'm kidding.
The real story is Dark saw them all in a Prius and knocked them out and stole their dog. No, no. Rip Crow Readiness, thank you for the super chat. Here's one to say thanks for your hard work, Dark. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Let me see. Shooting Gallery New England. What's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Also, check out Shooting Gallery's channel. Did I say Shooting Gallery New England again?
Yes.
Shooting Gallery, great to see you, brother. My brother Joe. Also, check out Shooting Gallery's channel. I'm sorry, I always call you SG&E. It's habit, but I
Is
appreciate
he
you.
in New England?
He was. He's in Florida now. Ooh, ooh,
I was
Rich.
gonna say M Carbo makes a good trigger.
Yeah,
I also I am not a big proponent of changing springs in a carry gun.
yeah.
I'll change a trigger shoe. I leave my springs alone. Like my
So
Glock 43X, they put millions of dollars of research into that gun. They figured out what springs works. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to add a tungsten guide rod because it makes my recoil 0.1% less than it was. No, I'm
oh, dude.
leaving it
Well,
alone.
and a lot of people don't realize that for real. Okay, so think about all the machining and QC and all the millions and millions of rounds that have gone through Glocks for R&D, right?
Yeah.
Um, your guide rod is polymer for a reason, I promise, in Gen 3 and
But
prior.
yeah, I was gonna say the new one, the Ford, like the 43X, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. And then, beyond that, the Gen 4s, the Gen 5s, the 43Xs, which they're kind of, Gen, 43Xs and 48s are kinda Gen 5s. I mean, their system inside is like Gen 5s. Those guide rods from the factory are like that for a reason. Now, a lot of people start changing them because, they know better than Glock, right? I mean, duh. Um,
Because they went on Glockstore.com and saw some fancy stuff.
yeah,
Carry a Glock store.
they saw Lenny McGill talking about this tungsten guide rod, and they were like, "Man, I need
I'm a
that."
swole old dude. Buy
Yeah.
my stuff. Look at
Yes.
my arm veins.
Look at my
Every
forehead
video, dude.
vein.
He's wearing like an extra schmedium shirt.
I know, I know.
I'm Lenny McGill. Buy my Glocks.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. It's
Buy this
hilarious that
Chinese-made Glock trigger that I Cerakoted blue for you.
I lasered our name on. Dude, and I'm giving them shit, but they're the OGs. I'm not gonna give them too much shit, but, 43X is my banana hammock PO. That's what's in my pants right now. Is it? Yeah, 43X with a TLR 7 sub, and a 20+1,
And
shield mag.
just to touch really quick on what BV Luminous said, I'm not telling people I will sell you a gun and make it illegal to California. I'm saying I will literally sell you the gun and it's on you. The compliance portion is on you. I don't have to make the gun compliant because I'm just shipping a receiver. You have the upper. It's on you literally to make sure that what you do with that upper is California compliant. It just makes it easier because now I don't have to charge you $600 fee for doing all this compliance crap to the gun. I'm just sending the gun because I'm a manufacturer, send you the upper, and you make it compliant. I had a guy
So,
make he took a I don't know how he did it. I sold him a SIG spear and sent him the upper, and he made it single shot and then mated it to the lower that he got from his FFL and did whatever else he needed to do to make it compliant.
yeah, and there's also, like, okay, so let's say for an example, if you sent a lower to someone's FFL in a non-friendly state, right? It's maybe not just Cali. There's a whole bunch of states that are straight commie, right? So let's say you sent somebody bought a lower from you lawfully, everyone, right? And then it goes to their FFL in their less than friendly state. If they go and do paperwork for that lower, and then maybe you post an upper for sale later on your website, and they buy it, or so, whatever it
No,
is. It
I mean,
doesn't.
I will ship them the upper. I don't care. It's not illegal. They can
Yeah,
possess the
yeah.
upper, they can possess the lower. It's just instead of the compliance being on me or the compliance being on their FFL dealer before they sell the rifle, the
Yeah.
compliance is on the end user.
Yeah, yeah, I just mean, like, if somebody's trying to, space it out in pieces and maybe not dump all the cash at once, or whatever, sometimes they wanna, buy an upper and then buy a lower and then do the compliance work later. It's a lot of money to put out, man, and, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It I don't want people to get confused and think that you're saying, "Hey, guys, here's a way to work around compliance." He's just saying
No,
this
it's just
is like.
allowing you to do your own compliance because a lot of the
Yeah,
times, like companies, like people have asked me to make their rifles compliant and then send them. I'll do it. I'm going to charge you a fee because I have to buy the rifle, take it, and then redo the whole rifle.
yeah. Kevin Araujo, sorry, says Mcarba makes a killer upgraded P365 flat trigger and spring kit. Phenomenal trigger upgrade for 365. Mcarba makes some nice. You know what? They do, and for a while they were like the company for like Celtic Sub 2000 upgrades and stuff like that. It's just some personal stuff happened that, can't be talked about on a live stream, which
Tell
is.
me about that. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's personal stuff, but, it like it when
You
somebody
show me
shows
on
you
this doll where
who.
he touched you.
Yes. And it wasn't even like me for real, but it was not kosher. And it's kinda like one of those things where, like, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them, right? It was not cool at all. So because me, Rich, and some other folks were, like, right there, we were like, "Ugh." So equipment wise, do your thing, right? But you guys may be able to get a better deal through Jonah if you go through Jonah. And I'm just saying. But yeah, so for anyone that's in a less than friendly state, if you are doing something, hit up Jonah and just talk about it. He can help you work through things. That's all I'm saying. If you want to tweak, get a Taurus. So okay, so I just
No.
so I am shooting gallery. I touched on it in the beginning, but we're gonna go balls deep into it. Promise, pinky promise. There's one other thing I was gonna say. Sorry, I'm so far behind in chat. Okay, springs. So you said you don't like changing or upgrading any springs or anything like that?
Nope. I don't think I've ever touched a spring in a gun that I'm going to carry.
Really? Is it, like a lack of lube or, courage or what?
No, I don't want to mess with the geometry of something I'm carrying every day. The most I'll do is like a trigger shoe or some polishing work to smooth things up. But when you go too heavy or too light, more so too light, you start running into problems.
Okay, what if it's so let's say you're going through a process of, you know, the break-in, whatever, if you're putting 1,000 rounds through something to see if it's, like, good
With
enough
springs, I still
or
won't trust it because all it takes is once.
oh,
What if
yeah,
they didn't?
for sure.
What if they didn't harden the spring properly? And then I carried my gun for a couple weeks, and the spring, like I shot it a couple weeks ago, was fine, and then I go to shoot it now, and the spring's broken because it wasn't hardened properly or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of which could be said about OEM stuff too, but
Yeah, I mean, it of course, it's less likely to have mechanical failures can happen in anything at any time with any cost of a product, right? Like, we've seen it in virtually every type of, piece of equipment. But, I guess what I'm saying is, like, there have been times where, I've put, like, 1,000 rounds through something and it's running flawlessly, but I'm like, I want to, improve the whatever. So let's say I drop a 3.5 pound connector in a Glock and a an upgraded spring in the a couple upgraded springs in there, and then I put another 500 rounds through it or something like that, 1,000 rounds through it, whatever it is, and it's running 100%. Are you saying that you're like, I wouldn't carry it, or like what would it have to
when it
do?
comes to a carry gun, I basically just want it like stock minus some like there's certain things I'll do like a mag release upgrade or for like the shield arms mags and the 43X,
Mhm.
maybe a different pair of sights or an optic, but
Now,
internals, I want that gun to go bang every time.
yeah, well, if you did do something, what would the gun have to do to prove it to you that it's still good for EDC? Like what
The
round
thing is,
count?
I don't think there's anything the gun could do for me.
No, but I mean, like, what round count would it achieve if I gave you a Glock and I was like, "Hey, this has 2,000 rounds through it, and I've gave it the $20 Ghost upgrade, right? Upgraded 3.5 pound connector, 3.5 pound uh safety oh my goodness. The
This
firing
connector?
pin safety
Oh, okay.
and 3.5 pound trigger spring and put another 1,000 rounds, 2,000 rounds or whatever. Like at what point would you be like, okay, that's trustworthy? Or you would just
I don't think I would ever fully trust it.
you would change them all back to
Maybe
OEM
the
stuff?
only thing I could think is that if the manufacturer personally endorsed the product or started OEing the part, like, hey, now the Glock 43X comes with this trigger in it, or the SIG comes with this trigger in it. Maybe I wouldn't trust SIG as much. But there would have had to be some level of testing, probably more ammo than I could afford to say this gun is safe for the manufacturer to offer that item. Then I might be like, it's an upgrade I'd consider.
So, have you ever purchased a used Glock?
Yeah.
What do you think the likelihood that you're running upgraded connectors and springs in your Glocks?
I put the Glock minus connector in there. It's a
Okay.
Glock OEM part that was tested heavily.
Okay.
But it was a completely factory gun.
Yeah, I currently have a Glock, all OEM slide barrel, slide parts kit, lower parts kit. Everything is exactly the same. I've had it in my it's my little I call it my 100,000 round Glock. It probably hasn't actually had a whole 100,000 rounds through it, but it is like a straight beater, okay? And I'll send it to myself so I can show you guys. But an interesting thing happened. Um, all I did was I moved it to another frame. So I moved it over to a brand new ow, sorry. I moved it over to a brand new
Did
Glock
you just fart and say
17.
ow?
No, I'm actually sore from working out. Isn't that crazy? I have not felt that in a very long time, and I cracked my elbow, and I'm sore, so it hurt. Um, and that wasn't a flex. No, but
Right over there.
the funny funny thing is I actually switched it over to a different Gen 3 OEM frame. All the same parts. Okay. When I put it in there, it started going binary. And then it started going binary. Now, of course, I had not tested this with live ammunition because that would be irresponsible. So I didn't just start throwing live ammo in it right away, right? Even people, and this is the smallest, silliest, craziest thing. Guys, you have no idea what could make a difference in your gun. Most dudes would have dropped those parts in that new frame, thought nothing of it, put a round in there. I have, I mean, at least 20,000 rounds to this gun personally, and who knows how many thousands of rounds the dude before me had it for, and then apparently like a cop had it before that and just shot the dog shit out of it. So you never know, right? In most cases, people would just say, okay, I've moved it to a new frame. It's just got a new house, right? Same foundation, new house. Load a mag in, charge it, put it in my pants, right? You never know, the smallest, most insignificant thing can still cause some issues. So I noticed that as I was kind of dry firing it with snap caps and stuff, that it was going binary, but it was getting a little too close to uncomfortable with binary. Like as I was racking I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna take this apart right now. Even in that case, like it's all OEM, right? All OEM, OEM connector,
Yeah.
OEM springs, OEM everything. So I get what you're saying, but you can replace some things, and I'm willing to bet that you probably have some stuff, unless you've taken everything apart and inspected everything.
Oh, I
You,
have.
and you can't
The
really
only
tell.
Glock I have that's, like, really stock with the minus connector is a 17 Gen 3 that I had coded. That's it.
But you
Um,
can't really tell with the trigger spring and the
I know the
trigger.
guy I got it from, he would have never upgraded anything. He got it new. I got a
Okay.
19X. I got that used, but again, the guy never touched it. Um, yeah, everything else I bought new. I don't really buy used guns anymore. I do
Used
have a
guns.
Draco for sale.
Oh,
But
for real?
I bought it used, but the guy never shot it.
Standard Draco?
Draco Micro.
Oh,
No,
Draco Micro.
mini Draco, the regular one, yeah.
Mini.
The mini Draco, it's the Romanian one, not the US made one.
Man, if the um mini. Okay, so that's the middle small one. So there's
Yeah,
the
it's not
full
a
size
full size. It's
Draco.
like it's the normal one.
Okay. With it doesn't have the crazy weird like handguard, swoopy
That's the
handguard.
micro.
That's the micro. Okay. Um okay, what are you trying to get out of it?
Like numbers,
I mean, if you're comfortable talking about numbers.
like 750.
Dang.
Never been
That's
shot.
that that's
Yeah.
that's a good deal.
Yeah, the guy brought it to me and I looked at it. You could see there's no peening on the tail of the bolt carrier. Like the thing is pristine inside.
Okay, all right, hang on. So for everyone out there, I want you all to know that probably so what? between 12 and 15 years ago, I bought a Draco for $350. The fact that this is only $400 more than that over like a 12 to 15-year time span is actually extremely reasonable considering the inflation of everything else and just considering the inflation of AKs in general, right?
I really strongly considered keeping it and just buying a drop-in auto sear for it and
I'm
converting
not
it.
buying it, DB. I'm not buying it. I actually have a plan for nods, okay? I am going to okay. You mind if we well, 2 things. 1, if anyone out there, I know. Oh my gosh, everyone's like, "Nods, nods, not." Okay, I I am going to get nods, okay? But there's dude, everyone is killing me. I miss when good AKs are like 500, bro. Aside from my arsenal, the most money I've ever spent on an AK was $525, and that was a 100% Polish underfolder that is like
Oh, I have an underfolder too. I got an M70 parts kit build underfolder.
nice, nice. That's dope. Um, so I everyone is telling me, "Nah, it's not JC9,
You
dark
need
classic
nods
nods,
though.
nods." I know I need nods, and I'm going to get nods. Gosh, you guys are bullying me. Okay, but here's the deal. All right. So I'm gonna start parting out a bunch of my Glocks. Okay. I'm gonna start selling a bunch of my Glocks. Now, if I built them, they run. Okay. There are some Glocks that I built that I literally didn't even fire rounds through, but I'm not tarded and all. So I yeah. Anyway, so what I've found is because I want to sell a bunch of Glocks that I have and don't need, I'm literally like sitting on almost 40 Glocks. It's insanity, right? Um, a lot of them I'm gonna need to part out and keep the lowers for reasons, but, um, yo, why is my bro, my someone's, like, hacking my ish right now, dog. Hold on one second.
If Drew in Oregon is still on here, I didn't want to say his real name. I forgot his username. It's the new Huxworks Ventum they came out with the hub threads. You literally unscrew the end cap. I don't know if we could do this on camera. The core of the suppressor just comes right out. And they even tell you, you might not be able to see this, it says bullets go this way. So you can't put it back together wrong. And this thing is wicked weird. It's their flow through suppressor.
I was just messing with one of those, the 9 mil ones, the other day.
Yeah, this is their new Ventum.
Nice. So, basically, I realized that I need to start selling through some of my Glocks and Glock stuff to get nods because I don't have the money to just drop on nods. I don't even have the space on credit cards to go just drop on nods, right?
I have a firm on my website now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's too much APR for you, boy. But that's a good feature for some folks. Um, so so looking through this, I was like, what I'm gonna do because I noticed that all these videos that are like tearing up YouTube, I mean, they're like going crazy. People are like, here, I'll blow you up.
Now Goonbeam just asked Ventum 762. It's the 556, but I can get the 762s. I just got like 8 of
Oh,
them the other day and I sold them already.
nice. So but how do you put wipes in there? I don't think it takes wipes.
You don't wipe a rifle suppressor. You generally
Yeah.
wipe pistol suppressors that you're running subsonic.
Yeah, and usually wipes are just used for smaller pistol suppressors just to add a slight advantage
And
of
sometimes it
some
comes out really
suppressant.
dirty and you need a wipe.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes even when you're wiping, you're gonna feel like you're just like wiping a permanent marker, right? It just keep anyway, so I'm getting all these crazy videos. Apparently these videos are performing like crazy, and it's like 2023 Glock collection, 2024 Glock collection, and it's these dudes that are like showing like they have like 6 Glocks, and everyone's like, "Oh man, I can't wait to get a collection like that." And I'm like, "Man, I should really take advantage of the fact that I'm sitting on like more than 3 dozen Glocks, right?" So, then I was like, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna do a Glock collection video. I'm gonna showcase all the Glocks that I have, and then what I'm gonna do is, oh, nice, you and, LARP Raiders Anonymous connected?
Yeah,
Nice.
we're talking right now.
Yeah, I'm getting the alerts. Um, but, I'm gonna do a
Cool.
video which will, put a stamp on history forever of all the Glocks that I got. It'll showcase everything to all people that are looking to do certain things because that's where I got a lot of inspiration for my builds, right? I was seeing stuff that other people did, and I was like, you know what? I want to do some of this stuff. So, anyway, I'm gonna start parting out a bunch of that stuff. Some of it is very, very crazy custom, Cerakoted, like all sorts of crazy stuff. But if I were to sell like 5 Glocks, 6 Glocks, 10 Glocks, right? Um, I could very easily get everything I need for nods. I already got the helmet. I already got the helmet, ear pro. I got ear pro that is, willing to accept comms. I'm probably not going to run comms to that ear pro though. If I do, I'll actually get like contacts. Um, I even have an IR laser and an IR light. I really the only thing I need for real is a tube, and I got a G24. I need a tube and a J arm.
Yep.
So,
That's literally it. I have the J arm in stock.
oh yeah, the noise fighters.
Mhm.
I think I think what I'm gonna do is finally develop my own. And once I develop my own, I'm gonna blow it out there and help everybody save a buttload of money when they're, putting together their ish. And I gotta I got a thing I'm gonna do, and it's gonna bring DLD hardware into the night vision arena. So I'm happy about that.
She's 3D printing intensifier tubes.
Yes, I'm 3D printing bullets. I'm just kidding. No, but I got with another guy and we're working on that too. It's there's so much stuff you can do everything with you know 3D printers. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is take that and then I'll use that funding to get nods. But my financial situation has changed quite a bit. Like, bro, guys, I'm literally, and I usually don't do this, but I'm like just scraping by right now. Things have changed dramatically, which is a combination of drastically and dramatically.
He
So,
keeps trying to sell me feet pics and I won't bite.
well, it's because I got this other person in my phone, Jonah. You're saved under Joner, and it just, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so you know what? I'll figure it out when the time is right. But if anything, sitting on 100 grand worth of guns and gear and stuff and ammo, I'll do that. Is sport going bye bye? Hold on. Oh no, Steve Whoop is going bye bye. Bye bye, Steve Whoop. Bye bye, Steve Whoop. Um, yeah. So anyway, I'll figure it out. But I know, trust me, I understand how important nods are. Um, I'm never gonna run more than one nod. I'm not gonna run um binos. I don't think shout out to whoever just placed an order on DLD hardware. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm currently waiting on a 4311. I have to install another 43X. Nice, nice. That's what's up. Hold on. Mod bridge L3 dominant MH25 non. Nice. That's what's up. Night dark. Nighty night, bud. Sweet dreams. So yeah, I mean, I'll get there, but I mean, I'm glad that after getting with Jonah and being like, all right, how should I do this? Like back when I had money, I was like, how should I do this? And he was like, dude, you should get all like I can't tell you how many dudes I know that just have a tube and they're sitting there like on their deck with the PVS 14, like, whoa, look at the stars, like holding it like a binocular or a monocular. And, I was like, "All right, I don't wanna be that guy, but I certainly do wanna stare up at the stars." So I was like, I'm gonna get all the kit that I need a little bit at a time," and he helped me like crazy. He saved me money on a Team Windy helmet. He saved me a lot of money on a G23 G23? No, G24, right? Wilcox.
D24.
Yeah,
Yep.
G24 Wilcox. I don't know why I was thinking of a 40 cal Glock. Sorry. The G24 Wilcox. He saved me money on everything. Actually, I do need multicam helmet scrim uh, as well. But yeah, and I got the IR stuff from Goonbeam. Shout out to you, my guy. And the only IR laser I have, I also got from you, which is the Holosun, which just in the beginning it would just have to kind of work a little bit because I can't drop all that money, you know. Um, it turns out going through a separation and all that stuff, it ends up getting really, really expensive. So yeah, yeah, that's been a thing. Looking forward to your feedback, Kurt. I got my tube before the rest of the stuff. So I was that guy for a little bit, but I was selling other guns and gear to make it happen. So it was a pretty quick process anyway. Nice. That's what's up, man. Helmet scrim should be made in the area of operation. Okay, so yes, but this is so I'm literally doing this like just to match the kit that I have. And if I were to actually be using it as a like as a tactical addition to my kit, then I would use the everything on the scrim to actually put stuff from the area of operation in my helmet, right? So like, you know, I'm just making it match my kit now, but then I would actually use like, whatever, pine needles and sticks and frickin' stuff like that. But yes, you are correct, PB Luminous. DLD After Dark separation is when you pay a woman not to live with you. Yes, I'm paying her to leave, and it's still not done. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. DLD After Dark, will Crump be doing a show tomorrow at 5 p.m.? I don't know. He's been having a series of cluster headaches over the last couple days, few days, and he's kind of struggling. He wasn't able to do a show today. He wasn't able to do the uncensored podcast and and all that. So Dark going to be running around Lake Worth, the L Dubs, with a palm branch and a coconut on his helmet. Yes, DB, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
DLMFD.
we were
How's
literally
it
just
going?
talking about L Dubs earlier today.
We
Because
literally were on the phone
Bryce
talking
from
about Lake
BSD
Worth.
Fabrications out there. Goonbeam's not far from there.
So we were actually gonna talk about that. Now, after this, remind me, I got to tell them about the new series that's coming out. A dirty sock and a blue glow stick. Okay, so tell me about your boy. Tell them about your boy and what he does. I think what he does is incredible, and that's why I have to get him on the show.
BSD Fabrication. So, buddy's name is Bryce over at BSD Fabrication out of Florida, and this guy is just a fucking machining guru. He took my Dead Air Sandman, he sandblasted it, he chopped off that heavy, ungodly chemo mount, and he threaded a piece on there, or a welded, I'm sorry, a piece on there, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's hub threads. So I could use any standard hub mount in this suppressor now. And I mean, the welds, ignore the black spot. I got it really hot and put it down on the counter. The weld is super clean. You could barely see it. Um, you
Yeah,
could
literally.
barely see the weld. And
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
you can't really see it. It just looks like it's been shot a bit.
Yeah, dude, he does amazing work. So he'll basically jailbreak any can. So if you want to go hub threads, he also kind of pioneered breaking apart the Surefire trainers or wardens to put the Surefire mount on your can. But what I'm working with him on now is selling his. He now makes a Surefire adapter for hub threads. So you can take any suppressor, put a Surefire adapter. So like I could take this can, put his Surefire adapter on it, and run on Surefire muzzle devices. So he's also making those as well.
So,
Um,
you need to make sure, Jonah, that when you talk to Chris with LARP Raiders Anonymous, that you make fun of him because he's in California and he is running a Surefire trainer can on his 10.3. which his 10.3 is an AOW. Yeah, it's an
California, man.
I know California made him do it. I
Oh yeah,
know.
and Drew actually sent two what were they, trainers or wardens, two devices into Bryce to have him chop the mounts off, and he did it for him. He chopped the mounts off and turned him into a Surefire hub mount essentially.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, he said,
Um
"I've used this guy. He does great work. I sent him 2 Surefire trainers, and I have 2 hubs ready to go." Nice, dude. That's dope. And this is kinda where it started. I was talking with Jonah, and I showed him a picture of, live fire of my suppressor. Jonah, you wanna tell him what you saw when I
yeah,
showed
he
him this?
said the picture in his suppressor just has a stream of what looks like hot just lava coming out the front of his can like
Yeah.
5 feet long. I'm like, dude, your baffles are toasted.
I
That's
mean,
something else Bryce will do. He will do his space magic and he will recore your entire can with new baffles and send you your tube with a brand new baffle stack in it. And
and
if
none of
it's an
this.
older can, maybe a better baffle stack.
Yeah, and none of this is expensive. Like, we're
No.
talking like these are, over $1,000 cans. The amount of money he is asking for is, like, crazy, and you don't have to pay, tax, transfer tax, anything
Yeah,
like
and
that.
he also does like some crazy machine gun builds and conversions. Like he'll do Glock slide conversions to an 18 pattern with the switch on the side and everything.
That's dope.
His work is just it's amazing. The guy is like a
So
hidden gem.
one of the things we were talking about when, I finally caught now, granted, that suppressor has had, no lie, like 25, maybe 30,000 rounds put
I
through it.
think you may need to just clean it, honestly. Your baffles might be good.
Yeah, it's
If it's a
probably
good suppressor, it should last between, 30 to 50K.
yeah,
But
I
I
think
would drop it in that dip solution I was telling you about. For those that don't know, there's something called the dip solution for suppressors. I used it on this one.
which is safe to drink, and,
Don't say
um,
that.
it just
So
it's very
it's
dangerous.
50% distilled white vinegar, 50%
Hydrogen
hydrogen
peroxide.
peroxide. In and of itself, it's fine. It's peracetic acid. It's used as a cleaning agent. When you put your suppressor into it, it takes any lead deposits in that suppressor, which is what's hard to get off. It just liquefies the lead. It turns into a bright blue solution. It looks like Gatorade, but it is lead acetate now.
Is it
So
is
it's
it like this blue?
brighter, like a lighter,
Like
brighter blue.
like,
It is
oh,
literally the color of blue Powerade or Gatorade.
like maybe like that bright blue?
Yes, but it is literally the color of Powerade, but it liquefies all of the lead in your can. And with
Yeah,
one or two dips, rinse it off, your can will come out looking like new. It gets all of the lead deposits out of your can while leaving your finish and your metals intact. It doesn't eat away at steel. It will eat away at galvanized steel, but no suppressor uses galvanized.
but
Um, Steel
it
and titanium is safe. Do not put aluminum in there. It will eat your suppressor alive.
okay, so that's good to know because my 9 mil can is like straight aluminum aside from the,
Yeah, no aluminum.
blast chamber.
Steel and titanium are safe. Titanium, it might discolor, but it won't hurt it. If you have a Cerakote, then you're fine. And then make sure you have to be safe with this stuff. It's lead. It's toxic. It's liquefying lead.
Yeah,
Don't get it on your skin. Don't drink it. Don't inhale it. Do
and just
not dump it out when you're done with it. Pour it in a container. Look
and
up your
dispose
local,
of it. Yeah.
yeah, your local hazardous disposal site. You literally just walk in, drop it off. But it's perfect. It's just it works great with bright
Uh,
caution.
Drew,
Disclosure: I had to call the fire department a couple nights ago at like 4 a.m.
what?
So I did the dip. I transferred it to like a plastic container, closed the lid. I was going to bring it into the hazardous disposal site the next day. Went into my garage. I stay up late. I went into my garage. It was like 3 a.m. and I noticed the container was swollen.
Oh,
When I closed the lid, I didn't think there's still bits of lead in there that were still off gassing and breaking down. So
oh
when I
my
closed the
goodness.
lid, I sealed the bottle. The bottle had swollen up. I'm like, fuck, fuck, fuck. So I grab it and bring it outside, like hoping it didn't explode. I'm like, okay, well, I can leave it and hope it doesn't pop. I can And then if it does pop, it's gonna get into the groundwater in the lake right here and kill everything in that lake.
Yeah.
Um, I could try to open the lid and off gas it, but I didn't want things spraying out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I called the fire department. And the day before, when I was doing the dip, my buddy's a firefighter. He was here with me, and we were talking about how firefighters do a lot of hazmat.
Mhm.
So,
You're
dude, the
like, "I have an idea. I'll
fire
call
department's
911."
down the street. So I tried calling non-emergency, and yeah. So I
Yeah.
hear the sirens going. I'm like, "Oh, fuck. Don't, like, please don't roll in here with your lights on, because I'm in an apartment complex." Bro, that truck barrels in here. Every light on that truck was turned on. They parked the truck with their spotlights facing everyone's windows. I'm like,
Oh my
"Oh, no."
goodness. And everyone's looking at you like,
I was like, "Guys, I am so sorry." Like, I woke up like 5 dudes to come do this. And he's like, "What
"Dang."
is this stuff?" I said, It's lead acetate." Why are you making this?" I'm like, it's to clean stuff, clean metal tubes." So I was like, he's like, "Well, did you try off gassing?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Is it dangerous?" "You're the firefighter." "Yes."
Yeah,
"Flammable?" "No." So he puts on a pair of glasses and gloves. I'm like, "All right."
like, dude,
I said,
okay,
"Don't let this stuff get on your skin." And he just goes to the bottle and I'm like, "All
like,
right."
I called 911 at 4 o'clock in the morning. Is it dangerous? Is a pretty stupid question
Yeah,
to
I
ask.
explained to him like, "Hey, don't get it on your skin, don't inhale it, not yeah, stay away."
Yeah,
But, and then he's like, "What were you doing with this stuff?" I was like, "Cleaning a suppressor." He goes, "Thinking about the same kind of suppressor?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was
probably.
like, "I
Yeah,
sell guns and suppressors." He goes, "You got a card?" I was like,
that's
"Yeah."
awesome.
Gave him cards. He was like, "You sell night vision?" He saw it on the card. I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Our department's looking for night vision for our dive or water team." I
Nice.
said, "Well, there you go."
That's
Sorry.
gangster. Drew, patches and stickers are needed. So I do have stickers, but I literally have like 2 DLD patches that were reserved for me, that I kept from all the ones that I didn't give out, and some people bought them because I had them listed for a little while. And I have a couple. So I have 2 DLD patches for me and 2 PWEDC patches for me, and those are the only ones I have in the world. I did hold one for Anthony Smith. I don't know if I sent that out or not yet. Anthony Smith, shout out in the comments if you did or not. If not, then I have that one sitting. But I think
I'm
all
still
the
waiting
other
for
ones have
slab
been.
side punches too. I need those.
Oh yeah, I have a whole like care package for you.
Oh,
And I haven't sent it, but I have you sitting in my ship station though. Um, but, yeah, so, the can thing. So it's a 30 cal can that I've almost exclusively run. I've run a bunch of like AK 7.62 by 39, some 300 blackout through, but for the most part,
dude.
I'm running 5.56, out of a 10.3, and some others, 10.3, 10.5, and some others. But, um being that I've hit like 20 at 25 to 30,000 rounds, how many times should you clean a suppressor from 0 to like 25 to 30,000 rounds?
Not very often. If you want to do it like every 10,000 rounds, you really don't have to. It's just when you start seeing a degradation in performance,
Yeah.
like yours, where it's just spitting a jet of fire out the front, maybe clean it.
So
If you don't want to fuck with the stuff, send it. If you send it to me, I'll check it into my inventory and I'll clean it and get it back out to you.
so did I tell you how many times I've cleaned it before?
0 probably.
0. Yeah.
No,
So
yeah, I mean, that's fine. Most people will never clean a suppressor. You generally don't have to, but ultimately there's going to be carbon buildup and it
yeah.
helps.
I think that James Kawasaki, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Barton Fink right there. Lead acetate is absorbed by skin 1.5 times faster than most other lead compounds. Yes, it is very
Dang.
dangerous. Wear gloves, wear extra gloves.
Dang. Just like wear a condom.
Yeah, basically.
So I saw in the video. Now, granted, in that moment, the only part of the video where you start to see the muzzle blast come out of the can was at the very end, like rounds like 26 through 30. So like the last 4 rounds of a magazine dump in, let's call it very fast firing. Some would even say simulated machine gun fire. It's a binary, and it was just like wow. So I was thinking like because the sound suppression is still great, right? I'm still getting great sound suppression through it. Um, Maybe it's just that it's got so much carbon build up that like it's kind of fused onto the baffles and it's making the pathway and the
Yeah,
space.
basically the gas is just going straight out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking that I mean, hopefully that's it. But at some point I would like to get because this is an old AAC SDN6 can, way before they had like a industry standard for threads of a suppressor. I would like to get this chopped and switched over to like maybe like a reared in or what some I don't know, some kind of whatever the industry thread standard is, so I can actually put different mounts on it.
Yeah. No, yeah, if you want to, just send the can to me and I'll clean it out for you.
How much would it be to have him chop it and change the
It'd be
thread?
like 250
Yeah,
just
that's
for
not
the
bad at all.
cutting and welding and everything.
Now, I've been hearing a lot of glowing reviews on AB suppressors. A lot of people have been putting AB suppressors through like tremendous amounts of use and abuse, and they're still like running solid. And then I started looking at the price of those things, and I'm like, whoa, these are extremely affordable. These are like
Yeah.
some of the cheapest suppressors out there, but they're like, are they like straight steel? What's the deal with AB
Yeah,
suppressors?
here, I have one right here. So AB suppressors, these are actually for sale. I got two spares because I can't keep them in stock. This is their 762 can, but it's 17.4 stainless steel. Um, this might look familiar. They made suppressors for a while. They were the OEM for CZ suppressors.
Oh wow,
They actually used to make turbos and stuff for like Can-Am and stuff. And they
nice.
still do some turbo work, but they knew fluid dynamics and they're like, we know how to disrupt airflow. So that's what the whole ribs are for. It actually, there's like a whole diagram of how it spirals the gas and interrupts the airflow between each baffle.
So
Like
that ribbing on it is for the air's pleasure.
yes, and it's for your pleasure too, your hearing pleasure.
Excellent.
Um, and comes with the built-in flash hider end cap, hub threaded with a titanium direct thread comes with just 17.4 stainless. It's a good can. Someone said AB versus polonium. They're both going to do the same thing. Polonium Ks are cool. They're a little more expensive. Both fairly gassy. It's just a standard baffle suppressor. But yeah, it's the AB. This is the A10 or the Warthog, they used to call it until they got a patent strike
No, oh, they got a patent strike like
for calling it the Warthog. I guess there's already another suppressor named the Warthog. They didn't do a
oh,
job.
oh. Oh, yeah, strike. You know it. Yeah,
Yeah, trademark, whatever.
yeah,
But
infringement.
yeah, dude, these things are great. I think MSRP on them's 480. I could do better than that. So you're
Dude,
basically like the price of an MOS Glock out the door with a tax stamp on the can.
you know what the cost of my first rifle that same rifle suppressor I'm rocking right now, which I still love and use. It's just, you know, it needs some well, it needs to be completely fixed. But you know what the price of that was?
You told me you got it like a steep discount because of the industry discount
Well, I
program.
did, but do you know what like the MSRP was?
Probably like $1,000.
Yeah, it was like 1080.
Yeah,
But
cans used to be expensive, man.
oh yeah, oh yeah, and it's all stainless steel. It's all steel, and it kind of sucks because I got it right before or right after rather AAC started or stopped. Goodness gracious, words are hard. They used to put front toward enemy on their can. They like
Yep.
engraved it on their can, and I bought mine like right after they stopped doing that. I was so blown, but
And to
dude,
answer, this is 762. And also someone asked the 14 by 1 threads. It's hub threaded. You can see it's hard to see, but yeah, they're hub threaded. So you can literally put any 1.375 by 24 adapter, which is the industry standard now. So you can
yeah.
use reared in. You can use, if you want to use their muzzle devices, you could just use like a direct thread adapter. This is 5 ace by 24. It comes with,
Mhm.
and it works on here.
You could literally use any. Any, as long as the caliber and the pressures and all, as long as everything matches appropriately, you could literally put, you know, as long as it's that industry standard thread,
Yep.
you could throw it on a half by 28, 5/8 by
And
24.
14 by 1 left hand is AK threads, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
Honestly, you're better off with an AK getting a muzzle device that does face mounting like the Rearden or JMac or one of the others,
Yep.
where it mounts on the crown of the barrel, not or the face of the barrel, not on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And then you just run one of the adapters like this guy, which basically you see the adapter starts right here. So it adds like no length to the can
Yeah, that's
and
dope.
just screws right on. It's a taper mount.
My, so a lot of people ask, like, how did you suppress the underfolder? And it's not like rocket surgery, but it's so you have to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for failure when you're setting all that up. And if you guys want to go through that stuff, we can too. But essentially, what I did, which is not ideal, and it's probably the highest level of risk for a baffle strike if you don't check absolutely everything. But what I did is with a 14 by 1 left hand thread, threaded AK barrel, the most perfectly center punched barrel I've seen on an AK. That's not very common. And 14 by 1 left hand threaded barrel. uh, I went to CNC Warrior and I got a, 14 by 1 left-hand thread to a 5/8 by 24 right-hand thread. Bad idea, but, I did it and it works. And then I rock set that on first. Rock setting that on first and letting it sit for a couple days allows it to cure to where even if I put enough torque on the right-handed thread, it's not gonna torque the left-hand thread off, right? So you gotta find like a sweet spot. So, you clean it with alcohol, you completely clean it and degrease it and get everything off of it, and then you put the rock set on, crank it down to the correct spec, and then let it sit for, it says 24 hours, but you should let it sit for like a day or two. And then I did the 14 by 1 left hand thread to 5/8 by 24 right hand thread, and then after that was cured with that rock set, then I cranked down a 5/8 by 24 308 AAC muzzle brake, which is their QD mount
So
on
the end
there.
of his muzzle's like this long.
Basically, it looks like the length of like a pocket knife on the end of my, like, after the gas block. It's a little crazy. But I checked, you gotta check to make sure the bore is concentric with the rifling and that you're not gonna end up with
Well,
a.
that, but the big problem with AKs is that when you use a regular muzzle device or suppressor, it relies on the shoulder. The problem is the shoulder is your front sight block, which is just pressed onto the AK. It's not integral to the barrel. That's not always concentric. So that's why
Yeah,
more people, there's a muzzle device that instead of screwing all the way on and hitting the shoulder, it screws all the way on and hits the face of the barrel. And that's what it uses. It makes itself concentric with the barrel, assuming that the barrel is punched center and machined
yeah,
properly.
yeah, you have to be able to take a 30 caliber wooden dowel and punch it through from the bolt face to the muzzle with your muzzle
I wouldn't
brakes
use a
and all that.
get a proper bore alignment rod.
You could do that too.
Because the problem with a wooden dowel or like just a piece of like steel that you pick up at the hardware store is
It can
that they're not
warp.
always perfectly straight.
Yeah,
Whereas if you get like Huxworks, actually, I'm going to start selling them when I get them in, makes the carbon fiber bore alignment rods, which are pretty cool. They're cheap,
yeah.
like $30, $40.
I did just a straight up wooden dowel just 'cause this was my only singular project I was gonna do with it, although that would be a helpful tool for, if people had more projects or gunsmiths or anything like that. Um, it just ended up being perfect, and I've got probably, I don't know, a couple thousand rounds through that gun suppressed, but I just, I kinda, as crazy as it sounds, like, I like to keep original stuff more original, so I'm gonna bring that back to, like, an original, AK configuration. It's got, OG K-Var furniture on it. It does have an Ultimac handguard for some pick rails, but, for the most part, I like having stuff OG, and most people were not running around with a 30 cal suppressor on a 16.5 inch. AK.
Yeah.
You
This
know?
is also the new Aero Lahar 30. These things are pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Dude, I would like to get a one of the AB suppressors like that. If I were to switch eventually to an AB suppressor in 5.56 and throw it on like that 10.3, do you think I would notice like a big difference in gas blowback compared to the 30 cal can?
Five, but yes. So it's just standard baffles like any can. So you're gonna have more back pressure in a 5.56 can than a 30 cal can. Also, keep in mind there is minimum barrel length restrictions because it's not in canal.
Yeah.
Um,
It is 10.3 would be the shortest I would go with a can. Is a 10.3.
yeah, I think they have a 10-inch barrel restriction as the shortest, so you should be fine.
JC9, you are correct. The PBS1 Wolverine suppressor was a specifically it was an AK suppressor designed around the AK, and it was designed with a much larger bore, and it was designed to be used with the AKS 74U platform, which was in at the time 545 by 39. The 545 cartridge is much similar to the American 556. However, the difference is that that actually threads on to the gas block, and the bore of the tube of the suppressor was much larger and wider than the bore of the or the size of the cartridge. And with that, um, you're dealing with an 8.3-inch barrel that doesn't stabilize a lot. So with a 5.56, it doesn't stabilize the round very well at all. There's a lot of keyholing with those smaller 5.56s. With a 5.45, though, the round is way more stable, but they still expanded the size of the inner diameter of the suppressor just to be on the safe side. But um, those weren't typically used with the 7.62 by 39s. However, there are a bunch of instances where people are using um, those cans on 7.62 by 39s, etc. What is that there?
This is a Silencer Co. Hybrid 46M. It is a 46 caliber can. Thing is huge.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen those before. Those are kind of designed to throw on most things, right?
Yeah, basically everything. 45 long Colt, every lever gun, basically every caliber besides 50 cal can fit through this can.
And you can run that with or without a piston system, right? So if
What
you
do you
were,
mean?
is that the one that you can throw on pistols and rifles?
No, 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 no. This one's pretty heavy. It's
Okay.
really light cans that you're able to do that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the multi-cal somebody came out with a 46 cal multi-caliber suppressor that you could run with or without a booster piston system
I
on
haven't
there.
seen that. It would have to be very light to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it blew up because somebody help me out. What was the 46 cal I think it was Silencer Co. that came out with a modular 46 cal can that you could run on like anything. But I later Mike McClune, um personally, dude, pistol suppressors do have their place, but in most cases, I look at a suppressed pistol as an offensive item more than a
Why
defensive
does it offend
item.
you?
No, I mean, like, using the tool in an offensive manner.
Although, do you
Uh,
know what is a cool little pistol caliber? Is the JK Armament CCX. Have you
I
seen
haven't seen it.
those?
No, no.
It's a concealed carry suppressor. They're about
Really?
this big, and you could choose how many baffles you want on it. So you could get it down to like this big or full size. And I went to lunch with a rep the other day, eating sushi, sitting down inside. We go out, and he rolls out his bag of suppressors to show me. And this man from his
Yeah,
waistband pulls out a Glock 19 with a threaded barrel and a suppressor on it. He was appendix
nice.
carrying that.
Dude, I wanna bring that up, Snapple, thank you, YOLO, DLD, Dead Air Primal,
We're not going
Omega.
to talk about dead air. The Omega won't work. It needs a booster. It ultimately to not need a booster, it needs to be a really light can. And yes, modular cans are in fact Gucci.
Night vision and a peacock feather is better than a 50 cal Barrett in 2,000 rounds. Well, you're limiting yourself with a very powerful and capable tool. You're limiting yourself. I have it. It's a 46 caliber. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Dead Air, they've had some issues. There's yeah.
I've been considering a pistol suppressor for my home defense handgun. It's
Would
not a bad
recommend it for
idea.
that. Yeah. Anything home defense should be suppressed because
Yeah.
think about how loud a gunshot is. That's the one time you don't want to be disoriented.
Yeah. Well, hang on. So Luminous, what I'm saying is there is a place for the Barrett 50 BMG, um, but it limits you for probably 85% of the actual work you would have to do. I was agreeing with you.
Is he just saying
Uh,
you could go up and tickle someone's ear with a feather in the middle of the night?
I think he was more talking about the sharp end of the peacock feather. Like, basically like a rock and a sock and nods is better than a 50 BMG and, 2,000 rounds of ammo. Night vision has more places, and the feather is just effing what the hell? Indoor gunfire is loud. If you guys haven't had at least a 9 millimeter,
Go to your local indoor range and just take your ear pro off. No, don't do that.
oh yeah, no, don't do that. Dude, straight up, I've had a 9 millimeter discharged in a vehicle with all the windows up. Um,
I can't say that. That wouldn't feel good though. That would hurt.
well, the great news is that I didn't hear it at all.
Yeah,
Uh,
because your ears were going.
right away.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like no, like there was no bang. You just smell. And then I've also had a negligent discharge myself when I made an error and erroneously erred in my ways with an error. But yeah, I've told that story before. But back to the AB suppressor. So you're saying these things are going for under 500 bucks. When I put, when I got a can that was valued at $1,080, I didn't pay that, but I was an employee of a gun store. Totally different situation. Okay. Um, you're telling me this is under 500 bucks and that if somebody were to hit you up and be like, "Yo," well, you may be able to help them out
I
even more.
have two of them available right now, ready to rock and roll, and they go quick because right now most suppressors have a minimum 6 to 8 week lead time. It's insane.
Yeah, yeah, I've been noticing that people are putting in stamps like crazy.
I literally, it's crazy. The stamp is coming back quicker than the suppressors are coming in stock.
Dude, good. I'm happy to hear it. I mean, it sucks that the ATF is getting money, but I'm glad to hear that people are equipping themselves. I'm telling you, man, suppressors are like mandatory. If you're looking at
Yeah,
actual conflict, like suburban, urban, any kind of conflict like that, really any conflict, even long distance shooting, man, a suppressor is just so helpful in so many ways. Even if you have 9 inches of fire blowing out of it, it will still help you. I need to upgrade. I'll probably need to holler at you or maybe ask if one of the companies can like send one. I don't know. Do companies even send NFA items for T&E? Yeah, because wouldn't I have to register it to?
you would have to do a form 4 on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when the form 4 comes in, then I take it,
Yeah,
do
like
all
I
the.
I gave there's a guy local to me. He owns a fairly large company doing photography for gun companies and videography and social media.
Mhm.
And I linked up with him, so I've just had companies sending me like mass amounts of suppressors for him. I had a box the other day show up with 20 suppressors from a company for photo ops,
Dang.
minus some other things. There was 20 suppressors, 3 Daniel Defense uppers, 2 Daniel Defense lowers, handguns, like massive boxes of stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And
Yeah.
they're just basically staying in my possession. I'm going to his place or we're going out to do the photo shoots. And then when we're done, we send them back. And some companies are sending stuff for him to keep too.
New ink? No. No, no. These are all the same. I've had
You
all
have
these tattoos.
tattoos?
Dude, I have
What?
arms full
Oh
of.
my God, what a degenerate.
I know, I know. I guess you know what it probably is that I'm almost always wearing a hoodie. And now it's like warmer out here, so I'm just rocking a t-shirt.
Dude, I
You
had a buddy, my buddy Chris. I met him in my building, and I knew him for like 3 or 4 months at the time. He was always wearing
Mhm.
sweaters and never saw a tattoo. And he comes over to my house one day in a tank top, full fucking sleeve. Like you could barely see skin on his arm. I'm like, yo, what the hell are
Like,
those?
did you just get
He's like,
this done?
yeah. He's like, dude, I've had tattoos.
Yeah.
Bro, full chest, full back, full arms. You would never know.
Yeah, that's I think, usually if you think about it, usually when I do the show, I'm wearing a hoodie and a beanie, right? Like it's because
It's
usually
the drug rug.
yeah, the drug rug. I mean that is kind of like
It's your comfort item, dude.
dude, it's when I'm going out the door, I even now when it's like, 78 degrees, I go to reach for the beanie and I'm like, "Oh no, no, I can't wear that." It's just a thing. DLD After Dark today is Administrative Professional Day. Whoopee. What?
Probably because you're dirty tats.
Yeah,
You
probably.
sinner.
I wear long sleeves, button ups. Nobody knows they're mine anyway. Yeah, I mean that nobody, even if I literally like opened up all my sleeves and showed you guys everything on my arms, you'd be like, "What do those even mean?" You'd have no idea. M. Gabriel, what's up, bro? Um, Yeah, but no, so back to the cans. I would like to try to see if I could get something on T&E because if I send the AAC STN6 308 can to your boy while that's getting taken care of or like reamed out and welded and cut up and whatever, um I'd like to have a can to still run on my 10-3 because that's my go-to, and maybe even run it on my, Geisley Super Duty as well,
Yeah, you
you
said
know?
duty.
And that AB suppressor, what does that weigh?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on. The 556, which is slightly shorter. The 556 weighs 10.6. The 762 weighs 11.7.
Bro, you
They're
wanna
fairly
guess
light.
you wanna guess what mine weighs?
What?
Length, 7.6 inches, diameter, 1.5 inches, number of baffles, not applicable, which that's interesting, weight, 20 ounces. Oh, wow, this says material, Inconel, 718-316L stainless
This
steel.
guy is about 15.2 ounces, so we're pushing a pound before the adapter.
Dude, that's crazy. That knocking that much off of my rifle. Okay, I think I'm sold on the AB
The
suppressors. I gotta get
the
my
Dead Air Sandman K, the little tiny one, 12.8 ounces. The Sandman
dang.
S, 17.7.
So hold on. The AB suppressor in 556 is
10.6.
10.6 ounces. Bro, that is removing 10 ounces from my gun.
Yeah,
That's insane.
almost a pound.
That's nuts, man. Yeah, it's 6 ounces shy of a pound. Now that's before, obviously the mount and stuff.
Yeah,
But what mount comes with it?
a titanium direct thread mount.
Dang. And you could like straight mag dump with a titanium mount and it'd be fine.
Yeah,
Damn, Jonah, I think I need your help to help me get my hands on one.
10.6 bragging again. No, I'm not
Yeah,
10.6. I'm 6.10.
6.10.
It's average.
That I'd say that's above average. Didn't weren't people saying that like four and a quarter, 4.5 is average? I was like, what the
Bro, we'll
fuck?
go with that. Short King's rule.
Right? Four something. Man, I feel bad for the average males.
Moonbeam, hit me up. I got two more left.
Would you be open to doing a 556 AB suppressor on T&E to the corporation DLD hardware?
I can do that.
For real?
Yeah.
'Cause it'll move pretty quick. The stamp will move pretty quickly. Okay.
and then you get you some content.
Dude, I would love to take that out and actually take, I have all this stuff. I have like decibel readers. I have I'm just kidding. No, I don't have any of that stuff. But I could at least be like, "Psh, oh yeah, that's quiet."
I shot it indoors in an indoor range. We went to my local range and went to an empty bay, and
Dang.
I shot without ears with the AB. It's you still get the supersonic crack, but as far as like at the gun, it's
Yeah.
quiet.
That's what's up. Dude, I that would, if you could help me do that, that would mean a lot. That I could you know what I'll do? I'll put in every single video that I do, every video, every short, everything. I'll put in Big Mac custom. I'm just kidding. I'll put in Big
I
Mac
gotta
defense.
engrave my logo in it before I send it to you.
I know, right? I do. If you guys don't know, it's kind of a joke. I like the first time I was like introducing him, I called it Big Mac Customs, and then like he had said something else, and I said Big Mac Custom. So now I like jokingly say Big Mac Customs, but it's totally not. It's Big Mac Defense, just so you guys know. And Wired Tight comes in with the, like, I don't know if you knew this just off the back of your head, Wired Tight or what, but he was like 5.25 average PP. Or if you had to women only lie. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Hold on. Dark is sounding like Rich right now. Oh no, don't do,
Look what
dude.
Goodbeam said. He said Rich is gonna shit.
Dude, he is okay. So just so you guys know, what we're talking about is Big Mac Defense sending me a unit for test and evaluation. He's not giving it to me. He's not like gifting it to me. He's not like saying, "Here you go, Dark. Here's a free suppressor." That wouldn't be right. The right thing to do would be to take it, test and evaluate it, and then give it give the unit back to him. Of course, doing everything lawfully through FFLs and all that. But Rich actually is just always asking for free stuff. He's What I'm asking is to do essentially marketing for Big Mac Defense, and showing the capabilities, and testing the limits of the can. Very different, very different. Rich is
Rich keeps
like,
hitting me up asking me to sell him a kidney. I'm like, dude, no.
he asked me the same thing.
Like I want it free though.
I thought he was talking about kidney beans.
How is Rich more Jewish than I am?
I wish I knew. It's one of the seven wonders of the world. If tuna can, I just heard it in whatever podcast earlier. Okay, okay. That is it. I know how I am sizing my suppressor line. uh Rich wants 6 anyways. This is true. This is true. Rich, I know that was awfully, I shouldn't have asked. That was very flying rich of me, and I apologize. But it's, if it wasn't Jonah, I wouldn't have asked.
Oh, and
And
also let me show you what everyone's going to be getting in their packages. I forgot about this. Hold on.
oh yeah, I'll get mine while you get yours. And actually, guys, while I go grab this stuff, enjoy this quick commercial.
This shit's gonna blow up.
No, it won't blow.
All right, for sure.
Stupid. So with every order, because Big Mac Defense gummy hamburgers. I hadn't had these things in years, and these things are great. I'm trying not to eat them all. I have a box of like 60 of them.
So
Figured
hold on.
all of the companies are like giving candy now, so gummy hamburgers. I dropped it.
You got to find a way to get a little Big Mac sticker on there, man.
I know, like right on the front of it.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, dude, I have a hookup on a company that did like, I don't even know how many stickers, but they're like 1 inch by 1 inch, or like 1 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch. And they're, so I didn't know that all these companies were doing candy, right?
Take them apart.
Oh, that is adorable. That is totes adorbs. Um, Hold on.
This shit's gonna blow up.
No, it won't blow.
All right, for sure.
Sorry. So, that's my when I need a second commercial. Never saw a gummy cheeseburger for real. Those are the
Big Mac
Krabby
Defense
Patties.
does it.
Big Mac Defense. They actually make them in the United States. I'm just kidding. But I didn't know that all these companies were doing candy, right? I just was like, I remember talking to like Rich and some other people. I was like, is it weird if I throw candy in and I can make like my own DLD chocolates? So what I did is I took those little Hershey's bars, little rectangular bars, and then I got these stickers made to like the exact size. First, the ones I was using first were not the right size. They were way smaller. They didn't look right. I had to put them on like the bottom of it. It was whack. But I got I pushed the size up to like 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. I actually I think submitted the measurements in error. I think I went to get the same ones and I ended up getting bigger ones, whatever, or they messed up. Who cares? I put them on the Hershey bars and they literally cover the wrapper like beautifully, perfectly down to the freaking centimeter. So I started doing those, but then I ran out because I'm including one in every single box. And when the homies like Kurt and some other guys, when they, I don't want to put anyone's business out there, but when they order, if they put like yo, it's Sport Brand in the notes or whatever, then I'll be like, oh snap, it's Sport Brand. I'll know it's somebody for, or just put like it's a viewer if you don't want your personal info out there for me to like be like, oh, Sport Brand is Magic Johnson and he has AIDS and what I'm just kidding. But he does have AIDS. Anyway, you could just put like, I'm a viewer. It's a viewer. I be viewing something. Then I'll know it's you, and I'll throw in like a couple extra things if I can. It depends on what I got handy. But anyway, I started doing chocolates. I ran out of those, and then I asked a bunch of people if this would be weird. Everyone said no, so I took Skittles and I literally made here. Let me make myself so big. So I took Skittles and in a clean environment with clean hands, I never touched them myself once. I took them and I put 12 Skittles in each bag with a DLD thing in them. So I just grabbed a handful of them. So these this is what I got now, but a bunch of these are going out tonight, tomorrow. So would it be weird if you got your order from me and you got like a jig and a tool and a nylon cleaning brush and a end mill or whatever, and this, so it's your receipt like folded up, right? It's your like whatever your label, not your shipping label, but your label. If you got one of those folded up and you got like 2 or 3 DLD stickers and then this shoved in there, would you guys feel weird about this? Or because it's like unwrapped candy that I've wrapped. So I figured some people may freak out about it, but I made sure everything was totally clean in a clean area. I didn't touch it. I used a scooper and all that. I don't know. Let me know. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal says, taste the rainbow. Oh, yeah. I remember that from the last stream. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, and of those bags has no purple in it. Rip off. No, oh, one of them does not have any purple. Dang it. I tried. I did my best. Like Bone Thugs. I tried so hard. This has got 2 purples. This has got 2 purples. Dang. This has no purples. This has 4 purples. That's an opportunity right there. This has 2 purples. Dang it. Yep, I really jacked that one up. Oh, dude, that is so wrong. Taste the gay. Goombeam needs to start feeding me. Yes. Next order, I am writing your mom's box in the comments. See, but then I would know immediately that it was a viewer, right? Like, you guys don't feel like you have to like dox yourself or put your info out there. Anything from the channel, I'll know, right? Oh, it's a viewer, right? So if you put anything like your mom's box or like Taste the Rainbow or anything like that, or like I love Jonah, so anything where I'm like they gotta be a viewer, then I'll know. Got some Skittles for them vittles. What? Skittles for them vittles. Like vitamins? Why does it now sound like DLD is selling sex toys? Hey,
Yeah,
what's up,
you
man?
didn't know?
And you do Xanax bar? I do not. I am free of Xanax. I am free of the Xannies. Can't you do Oh, like bags of Xanax yeah, any controlled substances I won't be putting in there just to be safe,
You should get candies that look like Xanax bars and put them in a little baggie and send it out with every order.
Funny thing, I think that is still illegal.
What?
So Yeah, okay. So I had a friend who got in a little bit of trouble because they were doing like some kind of like rap video or something like that. And he had a kilo of powdered sugar like duct taped up like a brick. And he put like a scorpion sticker on it and stuff. Like it looked like so legit. And he had like fake guns and stuff like that. Long story, he ends up getting pulled over. Okay. And he has like a swing guard stiletto switchblade, what looks to be a brick of white powdery substance, gloves, masks, and like fake guns. And he got charged. And he literally had to go to court and like, he ended up getting off of it, but he got charged. And that's when I learned that they have to catch you like selling it. They can't just find a bag of powder and be like, "Oh, you're under." I mean, they probably could, but that's when I found out that selling counterfeit drugs or distributing in any manner, giving away for free counterfeit drugs is also illegal. So I don't know. For the 10% of our viewers that are likely currently law enforcement, could you let me know if we had fake Skittle Xanax, if that would be
I mean,
illegal?
you would have to put that it was candy on the bag, so there was no like.
At least on the bag, if
There's
not
someone on
on.
Etsy selling little Xanax candies, and they were called Xannies. It said XANNY on it.
Okay, that maybe that could be, maybe I could put not Xannies, Def Not Xannies on it or something like that. He said, "Roll the dice. Let's see, let's see." Yes, it's a good idea. I prefer standard capacity Skittles. Dang it, you got me. These are only 12. God damn it, Dark. I have learning aids because I'm slightly I don't want people to know. Oh, that's great. Skittles in a jar. Yeah, that's a good idea. I did not enter. Then Rabowski put no Diddy. They'll definitely know. They'll definitely know. I am standing. I'm standing. My watch doesn't know what they're talking about. Peas and carrots. Counterfeit. Bill Cosby approved. That's what a jart is. It's a fart in a jar. Live life. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Same charge as the real thing. I've heard. I love how that's in like parentheses. I've heard. Um, oh, dude. Okay, let me say this, and I'm curious to get your opinion on this, Jonah.
Yes.
Jonah, you are an activist at heart, right? And just kidding. So there's this group of people. And the group of people are going around our country by the hundreds of thousands of them, funded with millions and millions and millions of
Shoot
dollars,
them all.
attacking our natural rights that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution. Because last year, 561 people were shot by or were killed by a long gun. Any and every death, every suicide, every murder, every shot that ended in an infection that took someone's life, every death from every long gun last year in 2023
All COVID deaths.
was yeah, for real. Was 561 people. Okay. Now we all know that the truth is that they are looking for power control, power control. How can we, remain in power and how can we control people? However, at the same time, about 122, well, let me stop. Before I go on to the next topic and why I'm bringing this up, knowing that the majority of those 561 people were not shot with ARs, but ARs and AKs seem to be the topic of what they're going after because of control and stuff, right? But knowing that 561 people were all the entire in the United States, every single person that was shot and killed with a rifle last year, how does that make you feel when you hear that number?
Honestly,
Hmm.
people are bad and they're going to do bad things. You're not going to avoid it. So I hear the number and I'm kind of like, people
Yeah,
died. Death sucks.
whatevs. When I heard it, I was like, "That's
I
it."
feel bad saying that. I'm not saying whatever to their death, but like, what does the tool matter?
Of course, it's terrible that people were killed. It's terrible that people took their own lives. It's
Drunk
terrible that
driving took more lives than that.
so that's kind of my next thing. Of course, I jokingly say whatevs, but like seriously, any death is terrible, right? Now 122,000 people died of fentanyl overdose last year.
Fentanyl scares me, dude.
It should scare everyone.
Dude, a
Fentanyl,
couple of years ago, someone got caught bringing 50 pounds of it over the border.
yeah.
You realize that if you dump 50 pounds of fentanyl into the water supply, you kill
Oh,
millions of people. Game over. Just
I
dumping it in the water.
I would be the only one still living just drinking the water. Like, what happened? My tolerance is crazy though, okay? But for real, like if this was truly about preserving lives, we know all the people here, we got like 60 people here right now in one circle, all talking to each other. We all know it's not about the preservation of life for them, right? Because I would love to learn how many people were saved by rifles last year too.
How many people were
Um,
saved by fentanyl?
this is my point exactly.
Although it is
So
used in the medical field, but like they gave me fentanyl for a dental appointment. I'm like, what? That's you. They're like, yeah, it's very small amounts, like
so that's the
small,
difference.
small amounts.
The difference is that there was no place on the street for it didn't exist on the street aside from coming somehow from a doctor, somehow from a prescription, somehow ending up on the streets. Now, the difference, because that doesn't mean it's safe or good, right? But the difference is that people don't understand the difference between fentanyl and most other drugs is that most drugs are measured in milligrams, and fentanyl is measured in micrograms. We're talking like a millionth of a gram. Okay, it is exceptionally small amounts, and it is very, 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 or a thousandth of whatever it is. It's a ridiculously small amount. Clearly, I'm a mathematician, and anyway, I say all this to say this: if there are these multi-million dollar organizations that are shoving money down the throats and into the pockets of all these politicians, of all these activists, and they are doing everything they can do to stop the gun industry, to stop the gun building movement, to stop us from being able to have, build, carry, bear, whatever arms, right? And they're going after ARs and AKs. I'm saying those specifically just because, it seems to be what they're targeting the most. We're talking about 561 deaths. If we were truly talking about the preservation of life, then maybe we would put a little bit more focus on something like fentanyl that caused 122,000 deaths last year. They're saying that every 5 minutes somebody dies from
Yeah, but ARs are
fentanyl
the
overdose.
problem.
Of course, right? ARs are. Even if we look at every single death from every single firearm, even if we leave all the suicides, which is over 60%, it still pales in comparison to what's going on with fentanyl. It was the saddest thing. The other day, I was going through YouTube Shorts and I saw this guy's story, or a story, like a short, right? And it was
Yeah,
the story of this guy, and it was his mom posting the video, and it was him laid up in a hospital bed, and he had more than 20 machines attached to him. He was in a coma. Every single organ he had failed because he overdosed. Look, I'm an addict in recovery. I got over 13 years clean. Like, it's never over, right? The guy, I could have just as easily been dead like anyone else. I just changed my ways, got clean, stopped doing drugs. But I see this video and it's like, this is before the miracle, like, uh, through the power of the Lord, like you'll walk again, you'll wake again, you'll eat again, you'll sleep, all this stuff, right? And then I'm like, you know what? I'm curious about what happened. So I'll look, and I followed the story. It was like a post when he overdosed, and when he, was found, he was without air for so long that he had tremendous brain damage. It was like crazy that he lived. And then he was in a coma. He came out of the coma. Then after that, he was doing therapy, and after that, he was learning how to walk again. He was learning how to eat again. He was learning how to do all this stuff again. And then, like, I'm watching his recovery, and I'm like, man, wow, this is inspiring. And then the next one, he died, and they showed him dead on the hospital bed right there. His father kissing him goodbye, and then it went to his funeral. Then it went to all this stuff. Like, even the people that survive don't make it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of them just go right back out to the street. He didn't get the chance to, but, like, it is absolutely crippling and destroying our country, and the precursors are coming from China, right? We know a lot of other bad things are coming from China. All the shit is happening right in front of us, and all our country is focusing on is, how can we use this as a tool to remove the powers and the defenses from the people that oppose us? It is absolutely disgusting. I like your
We
couch.
we need to add a D in the ATF. We could sick the fat D division on drugs.
Mm,
Give drugs the fat D, you know?
that's a good idea. Robert Ribbit Harrison, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
They're gonna
Y-
become the like the rest of the alphabet people. It's 20 letters in their agency.
Yeah, for real. Frag out, what's up, Frag out? Good to see you, bud. Um,
This is where DLD interviewed me.
yeah, that was the first one ever. It
Yeah.
was.
He kept asking me my age, wanted to see my driver's license.
I spent way more time there than I thought I was going to. um, you know, the never mind, I won't do you like that. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe pull the coof. Vax says those for sure caused more deaths statistically, since even pollutions cause more deaths each year. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. What's up, fellow glowies? Robert, what's up, bro? That couch gives me flashbacks. I was young. I needed the money. Oh, that's so bad. Because there isn't a D for drugs in the BATFE. Yeah, Johnny Propane, shout out to you, my guy. Yep. And don't forget radios used by militia without licenses. Oh yeah, they need to go after them too. That's how George Floyd died.
I
Yeah,
know, yeah.
yeah, yeah. A
Which
cocktail
is
of
funny because when you're saying I can't breathe, you are literally using your breath
to
and
say it.
exciting your vocal cords to project speech.
Well, the
Breathing.
interesting thing is, I am by no means an advocate of George Floyd. I'm an advocate of life, right? Do I
Also,
believe?
not an advocate of dirtbag cops abusing their power.
Agreed. Yep.
Double sided thing with that.
Do I believe that that Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd? No, I do not. Do I believe George Floyd killed George Floyd? Not really, but
Maybe not intentionally. No one most people don't do drugs with the intention of I want to die today. Some people do. Some people don't give a shit anymore.
so I'll explain my position. I'll get your opinion on it too. Here's the deal. After reviewing the video as many times as I did, he absolutely ate drugs. Okay. The spit that was coming out of the corners of his mouth were white. Okay. Now people say like he's foaming at the mouth. No, he's foaming fentanyl and meth at the mouth because that's what he had in his system. And those drugs only stay in your system for a maximum of 72 hours. He was a very skinny guy. Probably not. If he had meth and fentanyl in his system, it's likely that he had very recently ingested it. Okay. Now, I would encourage all you guys, every single person out there, if you have the time, okay, lay down flat on your stomach with your arms at your side. Once you are laying completely flat, okay, on a hard surface, hardwood floor, concrete, if you really want to take it there, put your arms behind you as if you are handcuffed and try to breathe normally. It gets very difficult. Okay. It becomes very difficult to breathe just normally like that. Now, when you add a depressant like opiates to that mix, it gets extremely difficult to breathe. Now, when you add the
Martin said.
addition, I saw a very large woman with an I can't breathe t-shirt on, and I couldn't stop laughing. That is very funny. Um, and and then you add a man on someone's back, and yes, it could be very difficult for them to leave. It was a combination of all the things, okay? But also, if you don't run around spending counterfeit money and eating drugs and getting into fights with police, there's way more to the story. I get it. They knew each other. They worked with each other. They were likely all involved in the same counterfeit money scheme that was going on at that LLC. Look up the LLC, look up how they're constantly changing ownership of the LLC over like each 2-year cycles, and it goes to someone else in the family. There was all this stuff reported about counterfeit money. George Floyd, a junkie, kept spending counterfeit money. And it was really weird that when they called the police, um, a different officer showed up, held him at gunpoint, called Derek Chauvin on his cell phone, and Derek Chauvin showed up holding him at gunpoint, like it almost like Thomas Lane, the responding officer who's first there, holding George Floyd at gunpoint, called Derek Chauvin to come out there on his own. By the way, Thomas Lane is the brother-in-law of Derek Chauvin. You see what's going on here? You see how they're all interconnected, right? I'm just saying. There's lots of stuff that was not discussed, and they're just like, we need to lock this man up because otherwise every city in every state is going to have a blazing fire through the city, you know.
Yeah.
Man,
Gotta
crazy
bounce here
stuff.
soon. I'm beat.
Yeah, sorry, we went a little long
No,
there.
it's good. It's good.
He should no, I don't Chauvin should not be in prison for that. I don't believe he should at all. I believe they had proven that he did exactly what his department trained them to do. It was a show, and I believe that that's going to be a tool that they use another time to bring our country to another melting point if somebody else were to become president again. I also think that they're going to lock Trump up because what better way to bring all of these people of opposing views to do crazy things and maybe even commit political violence in the name of something like that if they were to lock him up. Would you look at that? I'm just saying I don't know. I don't know where we're headed, but I do know this. Right now, get right with your family, get right with God, prepare in every single way that you can because ish is getting crazy. We're literally like we're at a point where we are like around the corner from a potential world war. We got all this stuff going on and I don't know. Um Prepare guys and get right with God because man stuff is getting crazy and I want you guys to be good. I want you guys to be safe and I would also love to see all you guys in heaven too. That'd be pretty dope, you know. Uh I don't know. I don't, you know. Anyway, yeah, so Jonah with Big Mac
Customs.
Defense. I was saying defense. With Big Mac Defense, guys, make sure you show him some love. Jonah is one of the homies, super helpful, super awesome, and he's committed his entire business to helping people get gear, which is usually unreachable for the absolute best price possible. And I admire that a great deal about you. I know we joke around a lot, we mess around a lot, but for real, everything you've done for me, for all the homies, for the first thing I do when I meet new content creators is I introduce them to people like you and Gideon and Goombeam. And it means a lot to me. And if we all support each other and we all help each other grow, then we're all going to continuously elevate. You know what I'm saying? So what's the best way that people can support you?
Uh, just let me know if you need anything, man. It's easy. If you're looking for parts, pieces, optics, whatever, just let me know.
Yeah.
Chances are I could find it for you. Hopefully, beat other prices that you find online.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. And then after you buy something from Jonah, you can send it to Frag Out Design Studios to get it lasered and all Gucci like and all, I'm just saying there's lots of stuff you can do out there. Kurt 24, thank you so much for dropping all the links all night, man. I know,
Appreciate it.
dude, he's a beast. Everyone show Kurt some love, man, because he's working overtime over here. It's 1 a.m. He's probably gonna wake up in like 3.5 hours, and he is here working on my live stream. Here, Jonah, if you want, I'm gonna close out with a couple things. If you want to bounce, or you still got like 5-10 minutes?
On bounce, yeah, I gotta sleep.
Cool. All right,
Eyes are
brother.
getting heavy, man.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you coming on. We'll make sure to send some folks your way, guys. Show him some love. Go to his Instagram, and just if you need anything at all, hit him up, and whether it's a DM or call him or whatever,
Text,
anything.
whatever.
Yeah, whether it's small parts, firearms, he's always going to get you a better deal than anyone else out there. So appreciate you, Jonah. Thank you so much, man.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, brother. You too.
This shit's gonna blow up.
No, it won't blow.
All right, for sure.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a couple quick little, I would say, like housekeeping stuff, but it's actually a little more than that. So there's a few things. Number one, I'm on some new stuff, and I want to share it with you guys because there's nothing like true accountability when you bring other people with you along the ride. So there's like four things that I'm doing. Number one is making sure that no matter what, God is in my life every day. Right? Sometimes it's easy with everything going on, with getting busy and all that. It's like, oh, I God is in my life on Sundays and on Wednesday evenings and on that, like, so the first thing I'm doing is making sure that God is in my life every single day, and that's me taking on that responsibility, and so that's one. Two, I've been working out every single day. I've actually been working out for a week solid. I've been doing at least a mile a day. I'm just walking right now. My big ass is I'm too big to be running. All right. But I'm doing at least a mile a day. And then after that mile, get my heart rate up and all that. Then I'm coming back in and I'm doing, some weights and strength training and stuff like that. But the most important thing is the diet. I'm actually the one preparing the food that I eat as opposed to eating a bunch of processed junk. And I can already feel a difference after just a week. So I'm doing that. So I'm taking care of myself first. Those are the two things. Also, I'm going to be uploading more content. Now, I'm most likely going to be uploading content to DLD After Dark. Now, I know that I have DLD TV and I may be using that too, but for the most part, I'm going to be using DLD After Dark. Now, I just recently was told that I can have access to this outdoor range that's not too far away from me. It's not super close, but it's close enough that it's going to be a huge, huge blessing and a huge help. And I will actually be able to go out and film videos and do shooting, do reviews of firearms, do, torture tests, do all the crazy things that, I would have loved to do this entire time. But honestly, right before like 6 months before the channel was started, I had an 11-acre range that I could go to every day if I wanted to, and my buddy ended up selling his property. So, yeah, it didn't work out like that time wise. However, going to these indoor shooting ranges and doing content is just like so whack. It does not. I even do videos there, and I'm just like, man, this is just like boring and stupid, and I look like an idiot inside an indoor range doing like so I don't even want to do that. So I'll be able to do outdoor videos doing outdoor. I'll be able to run kit, I'll be able to test kit, I'll be able to test equipment, firearms, suppressors and optics and all the stuff that I wish I've been able to do for the last 3 years of running this channel. um so that's another piece of it. Number four is the live show aspect. This whole thing, this whole area behind me, the gun room is getting a total makeover, complete makeover. So I've been toying with this idea for a while of making a gun wall, and I haven't pulled the trigger on it just because like I was looking at this like beechwood slat wall that you can hang up like guns and stuff on, and it's like a super classy look to it. It's like they call it like barnwood or beechwood. It's like this weathered wood that's a slat wall, and it's well, I'll show you that in a second. Hang on. So I was looking for stuff and I found that, and then I also found as I was looking for slat wall stuff that I could use for a gun wall in the gun room. Because I got all these dope tools, I got this dope equipment. We may as well put it on display since I can't touch it on YouTube, right? And it'd be cool to like switch up the stuff for different, like shows for different whatever, you know what I'm saying? Um, and uh, and then I found out that Save Your Equipment makes a gun wall, a slat wall, and they do like OD green, FDE, black, and gray, right? So I was like, that would be dope. Even though it looks like a little too tactical, it doesn't look like super classy. It looks like a SWAT team room or something. Yeah, it's like driftwood, BV. It's like driftwood. Um, but it's classy looking though. It's not like you'll see what I'm saying. But then I saw Save Your Equipment does their own slat wall, and I was like, man, that would be dope. And they got these like super secure rubberized hooks that are made for guns, and I was like, man, that's cool. But that's more expensive. So I was like, maybe I could leverage a channel and say, okay, I could put Save Your Equipment on as like a sponsor and maybe work with them. And I know a couple YouTubers that are working with them, but it didn't work out. Timeline didn't work out. I don't know anybody from Save Your Equipment. If you guys wanted to go like tag Save Your Equipment a bunch on Instagram and be like, oh, DLD wants to work with you, that would be cool. Deck would. But I'm not going to keep, pushing you guys to do stuff like that. It's not really fair. So I ended up pulling the trigger on the barnwood, driftwood, like a weathered beechwood, whatever slat wall. And that's going to be most of this background, right? It'll cover most of the background, and I'll do some other stuff. I got to have a little bit of a P80 wall in the back, right? And then probably a sticker wall, patch wall on the other side or something. But then I can actually put the equipment up too, and I'm going to completely redo the entire gun room, and I'm going to have a custom neon sign made. It'll say DLD After Dark. It'll be very similar to the way Chris from the 740 has his gun wall set up. Very similarly, it's going to have the driftwood, whatever slat wall, right? I already pulled the trigger on that today. And then he shot me the information of the company that does the custom neon signs, and I'll do literally a DLD After Dark, maybe DLD hardware one too. We'll see. But I'm going to put that up, and I'm going to put my equipment up. I'm going to have the guys who Super Duty, the 10.3 inch, a whole bunch of pistols, and I pulled the trigger on a bunch of these gun hooks that are rubberized steel hooks that are made specifically for guns, right? But then I found that there are some files out there. Okay, these things right here, these are 3D printed, and y'all know how I get down with the print stuff. These are slat wall hooks. These are 100% infill. They're actually really freaking solid. So I'm going to have these lined up for pistols. So I'm going to have a whole gang of them set up for pistols. I would love to. Gordon, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. I would love to have like if Save Your Equipment is out there and maybe one day just wants to work with DLD, then that'd be dope because they actually make a I want to have a spot where I can hang my kit, right? And they make a like hangable slat wall, not like a torso, but it's a spot where you can hang your helmet, you can hang a plate carrier, and hang a pistol belt. That would be dope. I would love to do something like that. But there's all sorts of stuff that I would love to do. I would love to do something like that and actually put all that stuff on display. And as I totally change up the gun room, I'm also going to do a little lounge area. We've talked about this in the past, but I'm going to do a little lounge area with 2 chairs, upgrade the cameras, and actually have a spot where I could literally have people physically come and do in-house podcast. That's going to be fire. Some local people set up for that too. But it's going to be a completely different vibe, way more chill, laid back vibe, but with better mics, better, not, you can't get better than the SM7B. Okay. But I'm saying like set up better to where it's more, conducive to that type of environment. And then, better cameras and stuff too. Shout out to the person that's disgusting, Dark. Which part is disgusting? I could use a slat wall like that. I just popped in. Did you print those brackets? Yes, I did. These are printed slat wall brackets, and these are going to be for pistols, and they're actually pretty freaking large, dude, and they're solid. Like for little PLA plus slat wall hooks, like they're rated like the equipment I was seeing two of these hang up is pretty insane. So there will be no issue with hanging up a pistol with a dot and a light and all that stuff on it. Um and Yeah, I'll do like a chill kind of setup where people can come post up and all that. Um, the other thing, the new series. I told you, hold on, let me see. I would rather you built a studio where you could entertain guests and maybe make videos, but I guess it's your space. So if you just want people coming wherever, it's your business. Well, it's going to be so it's part of the reason I want to redo the gun room because that you guys never really get to see like the rest of the gun room. Like sometimes when I'm on like Discord, I'll just post the camera up over there and I'll just chat on like voice chat or whatever, and people like see the rest of the gun room. They're like, "Dang, I didn't know like you had like all that space." It's I'm changing it because it's the way that I want to change it because I want a gun wall, and then also I'll have the added benefit of having a dope setup on camera, right? But then also, it's going to be easy for me to stow my equipment on there, so where I could just run up and grab something and go to the range or whatever. I've already set up my closet, totally set up for mags and ammo and all that stuff, so that's all set up. Um, but the other half of this is set up for DLD hardware to operate, so it's hard to kind of do both. But it's basically going to be like two chairs and two ottomans, and it's a small kind of thing, but uh, it was between that and a workbench that like I'll be honest, I was about to pull the trigger on a workbench because I was like, man, I could do videos and actually do like building videos where I'm building. Like right now, my Vice is mounted to a folding table. It does work though, I will say that. Like I would like to have a workbench up here, but it's like, man, I can't post any of that stuff. Any of the stuff that I would want to do on a workbench, I'm just gonna use my folding table that I have over here set up. Like I build guns on that. I do everything I need to do on that or this desk here. So it just kind of works. But it'll be good to have a spot where I could just go sit down and do a stream from. But also, I could have other people come in and do streams with me, and it'll be cool. But we'll see. That's just kind of what I'm thinking. But the more important thing is the new series. Um, Only chart it's still on. Get more used to the casting couch. Yeah, for real. Well, I mean, really, I have an in-home studio. It's just not set up perfectly for filming. It's set up perfectly for live streams, and then it's set up for editing. It's not set up for this would give me a spot where I could actually go and film and do more like normal like video type stuff. But anyway, the more important thing is I didn't know that was gonna upset anybody. I apologize if that upsets you. I love you guys, and if I'm missing what you're saying, let me know, because I don't think I understood fully what BV was saying. um the most important thing that I want to share with you guys is me and Joe from Shooting Gallery have been working on a new series. And this is a new series that is going to drop on Sunday. Now, what we're probably going to be doing is we're probably going to do the live stream of it on Sunday nights. And then we're going to post the hard videos of it to our probably the first stream or two. Well, the hard recordings of the no, I just failed to land a joke, you penis. Oh, I was like, dude, I don't know how that offended you. Sorry that you don't like my chairs. Um, so so what we'll do is Sunday nights, probably like 9, maybe 10. We're gonna do a live show. It'll probably be on Rumble, and then that we will be able to handle guns, and I'll explain why in a moment. and then the next day or two or whatever later, once we get it like edited and stuff, then we'll post it on our YouTube channels. Okay. For the first one or two, it'll probably be on our current YouTube channels. So like DLD After Dark and Shooting Gallery Official, it'll probably go there. However, this is going to be a whole series. We've already got it all mapped out, uh, called Two Guys and One Gun. This is going to be an hour long show, and each show is about one specific gun. It's not like, oh, let's talk about Glocks, right? It's not like, let's talk about SIG 360, but let's talk about what we're carrying. Let's talk about our carry rotation. This is going to be like a crazy deep dive into one specific gun. And I think the way that we have this set up right now, I think the way it's set up is like this is going to build and grow to a point where I know that two guys and one gun, kind of the name is after you get the thing. Two guys, one gun. Oh no. Uh, but what it's going to be though is I think we could get it to a point where people are like, man, like I want to know more about this whatever like unique handgun or unique rifle or whatever, like, I wish two guys in one gun would do an episode on it. Like that, this is going to be like packed. I've already done more research on this one episode than I've done on any other show, any other interview, anything I've ever done. All right, so it's going to be like crazy deep, and it's going to be a crazy intense deep dive into specific platforms that you guys want to learn about, right? And then of course we want to hear from you guys. Hard videos means an upload. Hard videos would be in contrast to live streams, right? Or shorts or whatever. A hard video is a recorded video that you edit and upload. You guys, you're bad. The Dark series. It'll be dope. It'll be good. And then we want to hear too, no moist nuggets. No, there ain't gonna be no moist nuggets. I mean, dude, look, the moist nuggets are rich in history. I mean, crazy rich in history. Like when you get into like the PPUs and the P, PP PPU snipers or whatever, like those are like the Tula snipers, like those are crazy. And they're also crazy expensive too. But anyway, either way, uh, it's going to be dope. It's going to be more content for you guys. It's going to be very focused and specific on like a platform, and it's going to go balls deep. I think you guys are going to love it. Um, and it's going to be an hour. Now, an hour is not a super long show, right? However, an hour-long show on one gun, that's a lot. It's a lot, and a lot of research goes into each one. And again, I've already done more research on this first show than I've done on any other show or anything I've ever done before. So it's going to be dope. And if we do it on Rumble first, we'll be able to handle things that we couldn't typically handle on certain platforms. And then we'll be able to upload it later for those that don't go on Rumble, didn't get to see it or whatever. And then eventually you guys will see, when we get everything spun up, we'll share all the links of like the two guys and one gun and all that stuff, like all the socials and all that. So yeah, so we'll get it ready, we'll get it sent out to you guys. I just wanted to give you guys the update, and let you guys know that a new series is coming. It's been tough, and it's kind of been some bullshit that we spin up these series and we get like the uncensored podcast, which I think is an excellent idea. And it's honestly been mostly great shows when they happen, and then something happens, then they don't happen, then they go away for 3 weeks, then we come back and it's like, yes, we're back. Then the next week it's like, oh, I can't do it, then this and that. It's just, we need to find something that is consistent. We'll do it on a Sunday, which is like one of the only chill days where I don't have any like live streamer content or anything to do. um Plus, after I have like a weekend with my daughter, Sunday night I am like drained, right? Like I'll fall asleep at like 8 o'clock at night. But I think it's important, and I think it's important to do on Sundays because it leaves Mondays open if we are going to do the uncensored podcast. It leads us right into Tuesday when we're doing DLD After Dark, and then Wednesdays will be a skip day. Then Thursdays we'll do you know what I'm saying, right? So we'll have DLD After Dark on Thursdays, and then also on Saturdays, and I'm doing other people's shows too. Which is last thing. Last thing, I'll leave you guys with this, and then we're out of here. I really want to expand the opportunity of me going on other people's shows. So if there are other content creators out there that you guys see and you're like, man, I would love to have Dark come on this episode or this show or this YouTube channel or this Rumble or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, right? If there's somebody else out there, drop them a comment and say, man, I would love to see DLD After Dark on your show. Or if there's other people that interview people, you know what I mean? Also, the last piece is this dude. I'm telling you, this dude, LARPerators Anonymous, is going to be big. He is going to be huge. He is extremely talented. He's a great dude. He's one of us for sure. We did the show on Rumble. I would encourage all of you to go to LARPerators Anonymous on YouTube. Watch, he's dropped a few videos since then, but watch the top 5 SHTF equipment, I think it is, or something like that. Once you see the intro, you're going to be like, oh, this dude is one of us. He's definitely one of us. So do that, and he will be on Thursday. So he'll be coming on Thursday. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all coming in and hanging out. Thank you so much. This has not been easy, man. YouTube has been extremely difficult in every single possible way. And if you guys hadn't seen one thing they're doing, go look at the short that I posted 2 days ago. It's got like 430 views, and they've disabled the comments. They have disabled the comments over and over and over, constantly. It's been insane. So yeah, hit up if you see Risky, he's over on Rumble. Be like, yo, I would love to see DLD After Dark come on your show, you know? And I plan on having Risky back on too. I was actually just thinking of him yesterday. It's funny you say that. But love you too. No Diddy. But look, dude, they're now disabling comments, and it's not only me. I thought they were just doing something to me, or it was a bug or something like that. But I was going through looking at other content that was firearm related, and I see comments disabled on a bunch of firearm stuff, and I'm like, whoa. When you see something and it's a dope video, right? Or you see a short and it's cool, funny, dope, whatever, or something you resonate with, the first place you go after that is the comments. Or if you see something funny, you go to the comments because the comments are usually like gold, right? Um, well, when they disable comments, they disable a massive part of the engagement. And then if it doesn't get engagement, guess what? They pull it off of the shorts reel. They pull it off, they pull it out of rotation, and you don't get seen. That's why instead of having 10,000 views, I got 430 views on this short that I just posted, right? So it's all of this is constant. It's a constant attack in every single way, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just going to keep doing everything I can to spread the message that we are, to spread the message that no matter what, even if Polymer 80 is going to release another company's FCU and call it their own, and then say that they're, still supporting gun builders, if that's what they're doing, okay. But I still believe that every single person has the natural right that is supposed to be protected by the Constitution for every single person to be able to build privately manufactured modern firearms in the privacy of their own home. And this whole bullshit of like, well, back then they didn't have, don't care. If that's your logic, then what we can say is, all right, well, I know the whole First Amendment thing was a big deal, but because of the enhancement of technology and because of the enhancement in the ability to spread your speech further with the internet and phones and megaphones or whatever, now we're not gonna allow churches to post content on, like, we're not gonna allow press or like whatever, or It's like, come on, dude. You guys are not screaming that shit. They probably will one day, but anyway, it's just ridiculous. And the fact that there needs to be a group, a countrywide group that they're like, whoa, we cannot do that because if we encroach on their rights, this is going to come after us. This is going to smear us. This the same way that they had all these companies and all these people just terrified to judge them, the same little vaginas that were hiding in their businesses and hanging up BLM flags and shit like that because it's cheaper to hang a flag than it is to get your business burnt down. The same way that they think, whoa, I'm scared to criticize this, I'm scared to judge this, I'm scared to get like that feeling. We need to make sure that this is going to sound bad. It would be wise of people that think like us to uh to instill the same type of second thought in people of opposing thought. For an example, if somebody's like, "Man, I really want to encroach on these people's natural rights that are protected supposed to be protected by the Second Amendment, but we shouldn't do that because if we do that then whatever, enter whatever issue, social issue, public issue, whatever thing is going to happen. Okay, I don't know. It sounds, man, it sounds so bad. It sounds like fetish. Like I'm not calling for anything to happen at all. I actually personally despise violence. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. Although I am absolutely studying, getting better and better and more skilled in violence every single day. I just would prefer to handle things through other methods and mediums or whatever. Anyway, I wanted to throw this out there just so you guys can think like and I posed this question before. What is it? What would have to be said? What would have to be done? What would have to be created so that every time something like that came up, they were terrified to criticize. They were terrified to judge. They were terrified to make a move. They were terrified to pull something away because what would the blast back be, or what would the lashback be? It'd be, you know, publicly X whatever. It'd be societally X whatever. The same people, all these people that were tricked into getting shots, bro. Why did they do it? Well, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't go to McDonald's after 9 p.m. or whatever. Whatever the BS reason was, they were tricked. They were fleeced. They had the wool pulled over their eyes because of whatever societal impact, whatever political impact, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. I don't need to keep driving this point home. Anyway, I certainly do not want anything to have any type of kinetic event at all whatsoever. Um, Although I do believe sometimes you need to showcase that sometimes you just need to flex to let people know, to remind them that um, you're willing to punch someone in the face if they overstep. That's all I'm saying. Um, I don't think there's a better way to say it. Well, there is, but I would regret it. Anyway, if you guys feel that I have earned you to click the like button, that would be awesome. If you guys feel that I've earned a comment after this is posted as a hard video, a real hard video, that would be awesome. But it's totally up to you guys. Let me know if you believe that we've earned it. By we, I mean myself and Big Mac Defense that was on the show. And I appreciate all you guys so much, man. I appreciate all you guys coming through, hanging out. The fact that you guys like most YouTubers are like, man, I got a 4 minute or 7 minute retention rating. I got a 10 minute retention. Like, dude, I have like a 58 minute viewer retention rate. That's insanity, bro. Like, especially for the size of my channel, I should not be having 50, 60, 70, 80 people in here. So I'm grateful for every single one of you guys. The fact that you come in and hang out and spend the time, I appreciate it. Um, he said hard. I'm sorry, I've been missing chat. Um, but they control the platforms, media, education, etc. Of course, never act on your or anyone else's emotions. Oh, for sure, sure. Out of love, of course. He said hard. Hard. Was this a typo or did I said click. Love you all. I'll catch what I missed in the AM. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And shout out again to the hardcore replay mafia out there. You guys are awesome. Look, I tell you guys all the time, man. Right now is the time. Okay. Um, get right with your family, get right with God. And I mean, whatever you need to do if you've never been there or if you've fallen far away from him or whatever it is, get back in a relationship with God because we never know when our time is up and when our number is going to be called. And I care about all you guys, and that's why I say this stuff every single time we talk. I didn't used to be. I didn't used to be. I always believed, but God wasn't in my life like He is now. I didn't. He sought me out, and I didn't respond to Him. I finally did a little while back. And a lot of people say that they seek God, and it's impossible. You can't seek out God because God has sought you out, and all you have to do is respond to Him. So all you guys out there, if you choose to respond to Him, I would do so. Build a relationship with Him. And if anyone out there has any questions or anything about like what getting right with God looks like, or what responding to God looks like, then hit me up, man. I'm always down to chat. I know I can be difficult to get a hold of. I'm sorry. Uh, things are crazy, but I appreciate all you guys and I'm grateful for all y'all. So in the end, all we have are the rules, the standards and expectations that we hold ourselves to, and some of the rules that I hold myself to that I like to share within this beautiful community are as follows. Rule number one is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. And remember, this is how you change minds, okay? Being kind to others. I thought they were all racist. I thought they were all bigots. I thought they were all fascists. We're door holders, bro. We're door holders. We are the people that hold the doors. We're the people that are humble, are caring, and are contributing, okay? Just remember that. We're door holders, okay? Anyway, be kind. It's so important that we're kind. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. All right. Rule number two is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. That's how the world works because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. Also, rule number three, my favorite, by the way, the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. So make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. When I say become highly skilled in violence, it is like this is one of the steps of becoming a warrior of God. Okay. That's what we're supposed to do. It's our responsibility. And care about y'all, love y'all, and I can't wait to see you on the next one with LARP Raiders Anonymous. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, guys.
This shit's gonna blow up.
No, it won't blow.
All right, for sure.
Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Yo, there is still 45 people in here right now. That's insane. 43 now. Dude, man, you guys are incredible, man. I appreciate all of you guys. Uh Stay strapped and focus on water. Okay, water number 1. Food, okay? Most of you probably have shelter and security down. We tend to spend too much time on security, okay? Right now, we need to focus on water and food. Also, you need to breathe. Okay. So make sure you can get a mask, even though a particular gas mask company wanted to gaslight certain content creators and tell them they're sending them stuff and then not send it. Um, just remember, you can go 3 days without water. You can go 3 weeks. Yeah, sorry, 3 days without water, even though after the first day, you're screwed, basically. 3 weeks without food, 3 minutes without air, and 3 hours without shelter if you've hit hypothermic, temperatures. It's the rule of threes, so keep that in mind. Try to prepare for any possible event, okay, which means you have to kinda widen out use broad thinking when you're putting all this thought into preparation and just just remember that, okay? If you stick to one thing of like all I need is a steel box to put my stuff in and some EMP proof stuff, well, if we have a tornado or a hurricane or whatever, then we're going to be screwed, right? Or if we only prepare for a tornado or a hurricane, we're probably going to be screwed, right? So try to think as broadly as possible. The same way we look at choosing like specific tools for a job. We may not choose subguns for every job because they're limited in some ways. We may not choose long range bolt guns for every job because they're limited in some ways. We may not choose, you know what I mean? Like try to find something or some things for preparation that fit as many kind of holes as possible, but also remember skills are more important than things. All right. You can't carry all your stuff everywhere. So, and we need to kind of get out of the fantasy of, things are going bad. I need to dress up in full kit and walk the streets and scavenge. Like, it's not necessarily how things are going to go down. Would full kit be awesome and helpful in some situations? Absolutely. I couldn't imagine not having my kit. And in most cases, we'll probably just be hiding a sidearm and, wearing armor under a poncho or something like that. So, anyway, guys, just think about things like that while you're preparing. The most important thing to prepare with is a Bible. I love y'all. Be safe. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.